What's going on, guys? You're here with myself, Injection, on the Injection Show. I've got a bad boy of a guest here, the main man himself, Kaka Mohanwalia. I said, when I mention your name, I said, you got to do the ring. All right, so my bro, what's going on?
Yes, brother.
How you doing? You okay? Yeah.
All good.
So those of you guys that don't know who this man is within the Indian community, everybody knows. Yeah, but this guy, he was the former manager for Diljit Dosanjh. Not only that, he was the guy that created Taram Seva Records, and he's put that on the map, right? You've heard of Char Sebzade, right? And the sequel, you've heard of that, right? That was huge. These are the guys. He's not only done producing, he's now started singing. The first video of actually no, the first video of yours, wasn't it? That was your first video.
Yeah, of the Rebirth.
Rebirth. So that was his first video. He got me in there. So I don't know if you lot have heard that song. What was the name of that song, bro?
Loki Darde.
Loki Darde. It's on YouTube. I'm sure you can Google it or whatever. But yeah, I'm in there. I'm in there. But that is a tune, guys. It's about explaining about how people are afraid of death, but we welcome it with open arms. And you know, most people would marry a woman, and instead I would marry death. You know, and it's a sick song. The lyrics are on another level. My bro. So
Yes.
let's talk a bit more about yourself.
Yeah.
Tell me how you got into the whole music side of things. I mean, I'm sure you've probably done this before, yeah? But
Yeah.
you ain't done it on the Injection Show firstly. We are going to go into some deep stuff here, all right? If you don't want to talk about it, it's absolutely fine. But let's
No,
start
man, I'll
off.
talk about anything.
How did you start into this? And I remember you was a Monna before, yeah?
You know, it's today I've got this with me.
Mm.
I'm inseparable. These guys know. We've just been rehearsing, practicing.
Yeah.
Me and Rocky over there. Put it down for a minute. I'm a bit obsessed with the instruments at the moment.
Okay.
But the music started very young, bro, for me when I was about 6 or 7.
Mm.
And I used
That's
to go
young.
to, out of all places, it was a Mandir in Coventry, right? So
You're from Leamington, I think,
Leamington,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Born into a Sikh family, but ended up through my uncles going to a Mandir where I picked up rhythm by watching.
Okay.
And then from there, I started performing there, as in playing for the, you know, the bhajans and stuff they do.
Okay.
Not understanding anything. Religion was a bit different back then. In the 90s, late 80s, religion was very different. It wasn't obviously how we are today.
Yeah.
So then there was a lot of confusion, thinking, what the hell, what's this? I didn't know anything. Imagine being a kid, born into a Sikh family, but you see Gurdwara, but then you see this. So I had to learn a lot of the stuff as I grew up.
The
But it was linked to
confusion
music.
made you want to learn.
Yeah, and it took me closer towards the truth. Like it connected me to spirituality very young. So by seeing this,
When you say you connected to spirituality, what age was this?
oh, it's very young, man. So you're talking 6, 7, 8.
But you didn't.
I didn't know anything. But
Yeah, you didn't like go
I started communicating.
this step until later,
Oh
right?
no, this step came in 2009.
Because I remember you from back in the days, you was a Monna.
Yeah.
For those people is someone that's had a haircut. And
Yes.
this guy,
Then
he'd be fighting all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
I
telling
used to
you,
be
he
fighting.
was solid. Takada, yeah, going to the gym all the time, always getting into scraps. But yeah,
Yeah.
I remember, bro.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You was a naughty boy.
Yeah, 100%. I got stabbed, I got slashed, I've been through all of that. But then there was a lot of confusion about spirituality from a young age all the way up to 28. That's where I changed my learning started on a very steep boom. That's where Sikhi really
And how old are you
took
now?
over. And now I'm 43.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think I've put my story, it's been on the net and it's been in many podcasts and websites and stuff. So obviously, if it can help anyone
100%, bro.
who's searching, then 100%. That's our duty, in it, to help anyone who's searching for. Ultimately, it's about answering anyone's questions if we can help. That's what it's become. But I do it through this now, rather than just talking.
That's your channel.
Yeah, because music was there from day one. You see.
You know, even going back hundreds of years, a lot of faiths even say this. They say music is the key to the soul.
Yeah.
Even Bob Marley used to say all the time.
Yeah. It really is.
Music is the answer. And
It really
to be honest with you, like when you're feeling down,
Yeah.
or you're feeling shitty, you put on a
Yeah.
bit of prayers, or you might put on some kind of music that would bring back memories and that would liven you up. You know what I mean? It doesn't necessarily have to be like jungle mixing or Tata bloody gangster songs in La Musiala. It could be songs that are kind of, bringing back memories, and it changes people. Hindi music, even, Punjabi people over the years, Hindi music's had a huge influence in their life, especially people from my age upwards. You know what I mean? The younger lot, they don't really give a shit. They're more into the Punjabi films, because the Punjabi films now, they're smashing it. They're doing well. But back in the days, it was mainly Hindi films. Everyone used to watch,
very
you know what I mean?
influential. Yeah. It shapes music, shapes generations. It shapes youth in particular. If you think about it, the songs me and you like, they're going to be around the era from, say, the 2000s up to about 2013, 14. Music stops becoming obsessive for us, because as you get older, as you go past your like 28, 29, the key period for me is growing up is important, but around about your maybe to 15, I don't know. I mean, it's obviously subjective for everyone, but around about 14 to around about 25, 26, whatever music you listen to is going to shape the rest of your life. This is so true if you think about it. So
14 to 25, you're saying?
I'm just guessing. I mean,
No, but
for me.
No, but you're right though.
And like I listen back to songs now from like Sardul Sikandar, an amazing artist who I really liked. I can't listen to the new music. I actually cannot listen to it. The funny thing is, I used to listen to Hindi music when I was young. In the 90s, all these Bollywood stuff, but it was next level, like melodies. So the melodies, like the Pahadi Rag, it's a certain collection of notes that really impacted me. And I'm always looking for that in music, whether it's in Kirtan or it's in this. So the childhood music you listen to, it impacts people. And this is why what I'm trying to do now is use music to help shape the mind of listeners. I mean, it's very hard for me to connect to youth now because they're listening to all sorts of
I was going to say, do you think like the younger generation, I mean, from what I have seen, the younger generation are just all about gangster rap now. They're all about Musiala and shootings and gun crime involving music and whatever. Yeah, that's basically the life. They're walking around with their trousers hanging to their ankles. And they just think they're gangsters. They all got blades on them, right? But do you think they're gonna, when you're doing a song and you're talking about faith and you're talking about changing and you're talking about good people, do you think they're gonna actually be interested in that?
No, I don't think they're going to be interested at all.
So how would you do it?
But the thing is, I've got to express what I feel is the truth. And if I want to shout off a rooftop, put these things away, it's not going to work through talking to them as much as it is through music and showing, look, I can also do this, what they're doing. But there's actually a message in what I'm saying. There's something good in it. And they're gonna be like, there'll be good ones out there who want to listen. But as they grow older, they can always come back and revisit. Like, it's not just my music; it's anything which is positive, isn't it?
What you should do, just thinking top of my head, right? Do you remember back in the days, Immortal Productions and all that? Yeah, they came out, and these were the guys that got me into that kind of music. And you got to remember, I was somebody that just loved to fight. You're literally a year younger than me. And I just love to fight. You love to fight. But when I was listening to that music, I didn't understand the words.
Yes.
But the beats and everything was like they used Tupac, Biggie, and all these other
really good
reggae tunes. They done some sick tunes, right? And the beats were so good, it made me want to listen to it. It made me want to play it.
It's kind of underground as well. It's like...
So that slowly lured me in. And then from there, I started listening to the lyrics and I started understanding. I started asking my parents, I started asking people, what does this mean?
It's just a course. It's an education course. You're learning through the music now.
But you should try and do at least one album like that. Just do it different, bro. Do it different.
I'm doing in around about July. I'm waiting for my producer to finish his school exams and all that. He's a young lad. So what I'm doing is I'm using HKG Music, who's 17. Wow. And he's like his dad's really, really close to me. And he wanted me to like help shape him in whatever he's doing. But he's finishing off his A levels and stuff. And then we're doing a Warrior album.
Who's your Punjabi guy?
Yeah, Punjabi guy, wicked, really talented, And I'm not working like, with trying to work with all, the usual industry stuff. We're on a bit of a mission here. We've got to create a sound, and slowly it's building, it's working, it's definitely working. But there's no end objective of what we're doing. There's no end objective. It's just express yourself, enjoy yourself, give out a good message, like a beacon, just spread the message, and the message is that of the gurus. So it's got to be the message of the gurus in there somewhere, and somewhere it will help someone. It helps us because the more we sing, we learn as well. So actually,
when you started into the music thing, you were saying that going back, you started playing with mandars and doing bhajans and all that, right?
one mandar, yeah.
One mandar. Then where did you go from there? How did you end up playing for people like Aman Hair, Jazzy B?
Aman Hair's from my town, isn't it? From Leamington.
Okay.
So he was an amazing, obviously, percussionist.
Yeah.
So then with him, it just all went, like, I think I was 16, 17, and it just blew up because he was so talented, and I was his basically understudy with him. So when he went massive, and Dil Nahi Lagda come out, Ground Shaker,
bro, his songs were the ones that kept me going in prison, you know.
I mean, we used to see you used to do the security at our shows, so many shows.
I remember, yeah.
That's where we knew Terry and everyone and all the boys, and Dow, because all the boys from London. So obviously, someone from Leamington at that age, you wouldn't know people like you. Average people wouldn't know you because they don't spread. Music makes you do shows all over the country, so you're connected. That's how we connected. It was through shows and stuff. We got to know each other, and I've got connections all over the world, like literally all over the world, because we toured everywhere at a very young age, and then it led to Sukhshinder Shinda, Jazzy B, and then it ultimately led on to other artists. But I didn't do work with too many artists. It was Aman, and then Shinda and Jazzy, and then.
But they're big, but they're the biggest.
They were in the peak. They were
in the UK, not even the UK, even in England, not England, in the whole world. At that time, Bhangra was mainly coming from the UK. There wasn't a big scene in Canada, America, all these. I think DJ Sanju was the only big one that was up there, right? The America, Canada side, but he was a DJ. And then over here, all the singers, these were the main ones.
So Jazzy was number one. Jazzy was because there was no social media then. But I remember going to shows and they were so rammed, like concert arenas then. And he was such a star. And like being a kid and you're in the band, it was literally a dream at that time. Yeah, I'm talking from 2003, 2004, like such a long time ago. And then I used to basically be on stage. I ended up being on stage with them. So from that, coming in that Mandar place, playing music all the way, all of a sudden I'm on a stage and you're catapulted. And then obviously I was drinking and I started doing, not too much, I wouldn't say like stupidly.
Party life.
Party life. I mean, the artists were amazing. Like the little things. People used to say Jazzy's this, Jazzy's that. These lot are alcoholics or whatever, drink, drugs. People used to accuse.
I remember he used to say he was doing coke and that. I remember that was a big thing.
Bro, I'm telling you, honestly, I went in with that perception because I used to hear what people were saying. Maybe the artists are doing drugs, but it wasn't that. Honestly, I'm not here to defend anyone or to clean anyone's name or anything. I'm telling the honest truth. They were so strict on stage. Like obviously, Sukhshinder Shinda was the leader of the pack.
Yeah.
And no one would ever like drink before they went on stage. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it. Back in the day, I did drink and go and perform on the sly, but they never used to let you do it. They were very professional, and we were like used to mess about on the sly, so we don't get caught. Have a couple of shots here and there, and then go on stage. But it was always in control. Like you're not allowed to do that. Drugs and all that's far off.
I'm surprised though, Jazzy B stuck it through all like this far because.
Oh yeah,
from amazing. What I remember back in the days when he used to go and perform at Punjabi weddings and stuff like that, and the people used to get drunk. They always, up and there, like Punjabis, they get fucking drunk. They start causing a scene, and the amount of times people are saying, "Oh, just because he's not playing another song, they'd kick off or whatever it is." But I remember one time
Jazzy,
do you know Harnik?
I can't remember.
I met from Wales, yeah. So he once, this is a story, going back to Jaga's wedding, right?
Oh yeah.
They called me over. They go, bro. They got Harnik and Jazzy B fadle out. So I'm like, what? I've gone in there. They've locked the door. I've kicked the door down. He's standing there with another pal of mine, right, and Jazzy B, and they're telling him off. and he's still trying to get ready, and he's got his boxers on,
Yeah.
And Bachara, he was so like, 'cause these lot were pissed out of their nut.
Yeah, yeah.
They were proper like drawn out of bande, yeah.
Jazzy didn't care that he was.
He just like, but I felt sorry for. I just said to myself, listen, get the fuck
You know, he
out.
might be like not as tall as all these other big people.
Yeah.
But Jazzy invited on a lot of the Kabaddi crew because they loved him because all his songs, Surma, you know, he had some mad songs. They were quite aggressive. The songs were. People loved him. You know, like Punge Punge Ale Bossy Gane, like Khadke Dadke Ale, Mitra Kharkpai, Kharkpai, and Surma and stuff like that.
He's got the voice as well.
And he had the voice, but he had the robe. He had the attitude where it's like, nah, man, you're not bullying me. He was really like proper, stood his ground for a guy. He was where I felt very protective because I was with him. So I had so many fights, and I'm talking blood everywhere. Like, and Jazzy would tell you, if anyone who knows in the bands, where I had to leave Canada, I had blood all over my clothes. I had to get new clothes there because it kicked off, and people used to try and give it large to him. And for me, he was my idol. You know, like, he's a legend for me. And that's it. It was like, you hit red, and we used to just be like, right, clean up whoever it is in shows. Shows got stopped in New Zealand. I'm not saying this because it's something. I'm just saying that I've been through them.
You've been through it. He's not bragging. What you're saying is that, look.
I'm kind of bragging a little bit. No, what I'm saying is,
people need to know that just because we sing, we're not fucking. We're not idiots.
Now it's totally changed, because what it is now, you know, is in them days it was there. There's mad stuff, like, you know, you've seen some of the crazy stuff, you know, which you know about. But the thing is, now I find it very hard now, because I've been on this path for a while now. It's been like 15 years. I find it very hard to get real aggressive and to hurt. Like, I can't hurt anyone easily. It's very hard.
But at the same time, you know your capability.
I'm scared of what I could do in my head. As in, not that I'm really gonna kill anyone or anything like that, but I'm scared of what I would lose by losing my temper. Like, as in, now you got, like, you're grown up and you got, you know, you got family or whatever. You don't want to get in the position, because anything you put out into the world, any action has a reaction. So something's going to come back, even if it's just a guy on the street who's giving it loads and you slap him up, he's walking past. It's going to have some sort of reaction, whether it's mentally in myself that I shouldn't have done that. I feel bad. So then it comes back to me, even if that guy's not going to do nothing.
The biggest enemy we have nowadays, everyone's got mobile phones. You do something, you get recorded. Why do you think I've stopped posting on my shit?
Lucky there's no mobile phone. Loads of people say to me, Cax, if there was a mobile phone back in the day, you would have been done. I was like, too right, man. Hopefully the cops don't see this and lock me up.
Even the CCTV at that time, it just started. You know, where people would start installing them in all the shops.
Yeah, it started.
But before that,
it was all right. It was in control. I think things were in control back then. Everyone was in control, as in, you didn't have all these cameras and stuff. Today it's just hard.
You walk, they literally, you do a crime, they will check every fucker's Ring camera and track you down. Yeah, everyone's got Ring cameras, or they've got doorbells with cameras on.
Yeah,
it's fucking ridiculous, bro. You can't get away with crime like that.
Yeah, 100%. But now, like where I am now, is the total opposite end of the scale. I'm avoiding that stuff. But like the song Lokki Darde, what it is, you're 100% right. It doesn't mean we become walkovers, because one of the problems is, and this is what Sikhs have always had, you know, ingrained in us, is that you have to have the Sant and the Sipahi side. And you have to, if you be too nice all your life, and you're too soft, it's not going to take long for someone to come and give you a slap across the head and say, oh, we can get away with it. Or if maybe not even a slap, they're gonna try it with you to, you know, bully you in some way, verbally, or maybe if not always physically, verbally. And that's the reason why we have to keep a core shield around us, which is a warrior type shield. You know what I mean? And that's like, mentally we have to kind of be down that road.
So, bro, back in the days when you was performing with Jazzy B, Sukshinder Shinda, and all these people, you know, did you notice any racism, or what was the biggest problem that you lot would face when you were, if you come across any problem, what was that problem?
See, I think back in the day, racism was pretty much dealt with. We didn't have a problem. In Leamington especially, we have a big group of Punjabi boys there, Apne lads in Leamington. They were even called the Punjab Punishers, they were known as, the gang. Like you had Sher Punjab and the ones in Southall. What are the other ones in Southall? Tutto.
The Tootie Nangs. Yeah,
Booty Nangs,
and
Sher Punjab, obviously.
yeah.
So off that, a lot of lads in Leamington, and I'm talking a very big group. I mean, you know about Notorious Jack and
Yeah.
all us. These guys, we grew up together, and we had a very big inspiration from the Southall gangs. We heard about them. You know, the ones which you know about, which you're involved. We were very inspired by them because you hear stories. Then obviously when you're going to gigs when we were younger, to all the gigs which were happening in the country, there was rival gangs of different communities, and they used to clash. So you used to end up.
Punjabi or other religions?
I would say other religions. Say other religions.
And would they clash against other religions, or would it be within their own community?
It's like basically drunk. You know, everyone was on the sessions, and you'd go to clubs, and there were fights with certain group. Like, you know, there was groups from, say, there was some in Coventry, there was some in Derby.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, Slough.
Yeah. Territorial wars.
Yeah, that was happening a lot. And I mean, you know as well, that was happening a lot. So we used to go and we used to see that. We used to see it on stage. When it comes to racism, to be honest, the white community, they didn't really have any trouble. A little bit at school and stuff like that with, you know, and that sort of stuff. But I wouldn't say there was any. I wouldn't say
because where you lot were living, even though you may
Yeah.
say there was a lot of Asians, compared to Southall, it was hardly any. And I never experienced any racism when I was young.
Yeah, no, same here.
But when I hear stories from my uncles and everyone, and
Yeah, I think it was before us.
yeah,
I think it was in the 80s, 70s, and that kind of time. More.
So we were sort of kind of okay. I think we were.
Yeah, we were okay because we went to school with the other white kids, and we went to school with the British-born people. So we become really close because we've grown up together. So all of them, even now, they're just the same as being an Indian or a Sikh or a Pakistani. They're the same because one thing you got to take understand is when you grow up with someone, you have no you don't see them any different. You know, you got the skin, you got the skin color, you got the little differences, but you grow up, and if you've got common interests, you become friends. Like if they support, say, Man United, I support Man United, they become your friends. I remember going to people's houses like when I was young, like young British white guys, and I used to hang around with them. And they used to be like, "Oh, Sunday, how you doing?" and all that. You know, like I used to be with them, just me.
What is your full name?
Sandeep.
Yeah?
They used to call me Sundip.
Okay.
Sundip Kaka, right? So basically, when I used to be there, it was but they become your friends, and now they're my friends as well. They're like your brothers, basically. You know, you grow up with, they're like your brothers. So the barrier of any religion, any territory is gone. Because you know, if you look at kids in nursery now, they're real friends. They're not like I don't like him because he's like this. They don't see differences at a young age. That comes later on.
And how did you end up becoming the manager for, not, I wouldn't say one of them, but the most famous actor, Punjabi actor, and also one of the most famous Punjabi singers in the world?
So what it is, I was managing his UK side. So first in 2014, after I was, you know, the Jazzy Bees, Shinda Journeys, and I'd started singing.
How did you get introduced to him?
Through True School. True School, in
Fabulous.
Derby. And they were setting up his band in 2014. And that's when True School said, right, because I was playing Dole for Jazzy Shinda for many years.
Yeah, once.
Yeah, so his UK band, his first tours, I played Dole for him.
Yeah.
So I was brought in thanks to True School.
Yeah.
Into his team. He picked like a handpicked band of musicians. Luckily for me, he put me in on the Dole. He wanted me on the Dole. So Suk knows he's an amazing teacher for people who know him in music and stuff. So he put me in there, and then all of a sudden I'm playing Dole for him. 2014, and from there it grows. Become very good friends with him. And 2016 another tour, and then it was 2016 where me and him, we had a discussion and we decided that he's going to do everything different now. He's going to run all of his operations himself, and then I got put in as his UK manager in 2016 up until around about 2020, end of 2023. So that was my stint with that.
No, but that's a big thing, bro.
Yeah, big thing, big learning, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Everything I've learned with him and all the other artists, it's like, it's not something like you can just pick up and start doing. It's a labor of love. You've got to really work hard in this game, but it's not about work hard. It's more about if you love something and you want to do it, you've got to do it. You know what I mean? You've got to go for it. So that's how music is. It's not a case where you just put a song out, it becomes a hit. Doesn't matter if they flop every single song. Music's like part of your life. You know, for the rest of your life, you're just going to be singing. Just you, like Rocky over there.
No,
Now.
but you've basically been a part of his growth. You know,
Yeah, I've
growth
seen all
that
of his
he's
stuff. I've seen all of his stuff. Everything. Been very, very close to him. Where people would never see that side. He's one of the biggest celebrities on the planet now.
100%, bro.
And but what it is he's not a normal. Obviously, he's not normal, but he's a very, very dedicated guy. Very dedicated. He's not.
Never hear
He's not
anything
cut from
about,
the same cloth.
as in nothing bad about him. You know, like where normally you hear about celebs, this person's got caught doing this or this. You don't hear nothing about him, bro. This guy is proper under the
He's
radar. But
focused. He's focused.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's good.
You know, even if someone does say bad, everyone's going to get good and bad about them. Someone's going to say this. It depends what mood you're in, but generally, he is like he seriously is. He's not cut from the same cloth as like just your average man. It's total different thinking. You know what I mean? For his career, like the glory of his career, is so he's so good at what he does, and then it's the rest of it's all hard work, isn't it? It's just quite mad.
Let me ask you one thing. What is, it's just coming to my head, right? What is the worst experience that you have come across in life? The worst. I'm talking when you were at your lowest point. If you want to talk about that, Ace, if you're okay.
Yeah. I mean, worst. This is a funny one. It's not that worst, but it's when you go back to when you're young. Of like, it might sound not as bad to anyone else, but it's quite mad to me because my fingers got crushed in a gate when I was about 8, 9. So it was probably my first experience of pain to another level. Like these fingers here were literally hanging off at school, and anyone who went to Sydenham Middle School will probably remember at lunchtime. The guy was innocent, crushed my fingers, and they were hanging
In the
off.
door.
Yeah, these two were hanging off. Yeah, and obviously I was playing instruments as well, so I was like, first the shock come in, like they were literally this part was hanging off, and then the blood just freaking went everywhere. Yeah, ambulance, this and that. And I remember,
How do we?
I reckon I was about maybe 8 to 10. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But what it was is being after, you know, when you've been to hospital as a kid, that pain, first time experiencing that pain, then like going to sleep at night. I remember for
It's
weeks.
still throbbing.
Oh, and experiencing pain to that level was
Mute,
bad.
isn't
I mean, it's not always the worst story in the world. My story's not bad. It's a gate crushing your fingers. But then when I was about 21, I used to always play the dolki on the top of cars when I'm driving. All my mates driving. My mate got a car, Danny Grew from Leamington, and we were putting handbrakes and stuff in it, as you do. And he went up a hill and he pulled a mad handbrake.
No
I'm
way.
playing the dolki on the top. My finger, this one, but it's fused.
You were sitting on top of the car?
No, not sitting on top.
Oh.
I had the window open. I was playing it.
Okay.
And he handbraked it. The car toppled over. My finger got crushed in the topple bit.
No.
And then we're upside down in the car, and that's why this finger's fused. And basically, everyone knows.
That's why your music's so good, bro. It's that
don't be man. It's the ding. Yeah. And so these were painful experiences. And my gran passed away when I was 21, 21st birthday. My uncle passed away. He was a very famous bull racer in India, Bulli. he got someone killed in India because of family politics. Only Chakta Banda. It's a famous story known in India through politics. He got someone lifted basically, then he got locked up. And then he passed away after many years of fighting court cases and stuff. It's a bit of gangster stuff.
Passed away while he's inside.
He come out and then he passed away. That was it was a big kind of down period sort of thing as a kid, because he was someone I really look up to. Even the pug, these things all shaped me. He was a proper Sardar and stuff. So I learned a lot of stuff from him in India and stuff back in the day. So death's been there. Injuries have been there, like bad injuries as a young kid. Freaking loads of injuries. But the lowest part, I would say, is these are the things. The rest of the stories don't get worse. There's many people who've got way worse stories. But the lows are low, however you look at it. I know you've got, I remember speaking to you when you went through low periods.
Well, my worst, sorry for interrupting, my worst period was obviously when my partner passed away.
Yeah.
And the second bit, and it happened literally 5 months after she passed away, was my ex-wife done such a dirty move on me. She stopped me from seeing my daughter, took me to court. So what I done is, me being dumb, when I left her, I done the divorce paperwork, and on the back sheet of the divorce paperwork, I wrote a letter saying, I'm going to leave you both houses, and the second house I'm leaving you, obviously the first house is for you and my daughter to live in, second one I'm leaving you is so I don't have to pay any child maintenance in the future. And do you agree to blah, 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 blah. I've signed it, she signed it, done, yeah? It took a year for the second house to be transferred onto her name. So she kept it sweet with me for a whole year, right? And then after that 1 year happened and the paper got signed over and it went on her name, yeah, she done a dirty. Or she literally, I turned up to pick my daughter one day and some guy just come knocked on my window, served me with the fucking paperwork, and you'd be served notice saying you this and that. I went to court. She's trying to say I was a bad father, because I'd been shot, I was involved in gangs, and but for 1 year, imagine this, like my baby girl, I used to clean her nappies. I'd done everything for the first few months. I'd done everything for her, yeah. And I'd wake up. I still remember I'd be feeding her at night time, and I'd be putting her to sleep, and I'd be rocking her like this, and then she'd go to sleep, and then 2 hours later she starts screaming. I'll get up, feed her in the bottle, and then put her to sleep. And I was literally going mad because I was getting like every 2 hours I was waking up, and then I was going to work as well at the same time. And then having now being told that you can't see her, and if you are going to see her, you have to have supervised visits in a fucking place where you have to pay £90 an hour to go and see your own daughter for 2 hours on a Sunday. Yeah, I was getting mad, bro.
A lot of
And
people
although my
suffering
partner
through
had passed away,
yeah.
it was that was a big test
That's
for
a
me,
big
bro.
look.
Big test.
I know a lot of people who are suffering for this. They ring us, through Time Save. A lot of guys of rank, and it's probably, from what I hear from everyone, it's the biggest pain, especially of there's a group called Fathers for Justice. Have you heard of them?
Yeah,
Fathers for Justice. They basically help because the fathers are massively
should have gone to them, you know.
yeah, unrepresented. They give a lot of free support. They
Bro, she's
help
still
someone
trying
on
to do
it.
me for child maintenance, even though I left for the house. But I didn't know back in the days. I was dumb. Child maintenance is totally separate. So when you sign a paperwork at court separate, child maintenance separate. I didn't know that. If I had known that, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have given the second house.
And there's probably loads of people watching this who are going to be suffering through this.
100%.
It's a big pain, like you're saying. But the pains you're saying I'm talking about, they're different. They're physical pain, and there's different. There's some trauma.
Emotionally breaks you.
Yeah, trauma could be in so many different ways. Trauma, because I've done like a bit of counselling courses and stuff like that recently. Did some other training because we're talking to a lot of people, bereavement counselling. We're doing that for Under Time Saver with Harmony Funeral. So we're dealing with a lot of people who are going through a lot of problems. Alcoholism's a massive one. And it's actually a really good, deep question what you've asked. Forget my pain, because when I become a Singh, when I decided I'm going down this path, honestly, what happened was the framework for me to avoid pain or to understand pain or to tackle pain just went, like when you go bowling and them barriers that come up, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
When I went on this path, and I truly committed that, look, I'm going to follow these words of wisdom, which are hundreds of years old, and they've got spiritual wisdom locked in them. Because today you see all these problems, like you're saying, look how she acted, for example, or look how people are acting against each other. The barriers went up that you're going to get pain, 100%. You can't avoid it. There's a lot of shabads on this. But now you've got the framework of how to deal with it. And it's all psychological. It's all through the mind, yeah? And like what you went through, everyone goes through pain. Everyone experiences it. But pain is like a mad teacher, the maddest teacher. And either you recognize it as a teacher and you come out and you think, you know what? Because you ain't going to die. Either you die yourself. You go through pain.
What's
my
the worst
fingers
that
have got
can
crushed. Right, get a gun, shoot me in the head. The car top holder, playing the torque on the top. My finger got crushed. Right, forget it. I'm not going there. Shoot me in the head. No one's prepared to die for their pain. So you got to deal with it. So pain becomes your teacher. Etifin Gurbani Maharaj is saying, Dukkadaru Sukrogpaya.
He's right, listen.
Yeah, Dukkadaru Sukrogpaya. Dukk is actually your medicine. Pain is actually your medicine. And what it is that's the key thing, yeah.
Those people that have gone through pain, that say, you don't know what I've gone through this and that, they should then use that pain to their advantage to actually show themselves that they've become stronger, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it does. It's like prison. Prison either makes you or breaks you. And with pain, it's exactly the same. Either it's going to make you or it's going to break you. And if it breaks you, you'll end up killing yourself. If it makes you, you'll
on this. On this, I'll tell you something. Rocky Daddy Oda. I'll tell you something, yeah? I'm gonna just say something here. I'm gonna explain the lyrics. I'm gonna explain the lyrics because this leads me on to something. This isn't rehearsed, as you know. Otherwise, Ejection would be doing backing vocals with this, right?
I don't know what you're
gonna do. I'm not your beat like Marji. I'm gonna tell you something about the money, yeah? Mandi gali, because it's easier to explain, yeah? So we're talking about pain here. We're talking about pain. And your question was, what's the worst pain? Now, the pain is always in the mind. Yeah, would you agree? The pain you
Yeah.
went through, where did it affect you? It didn't affect us in the elbow, not in the knee, not in the ankle. Yeah, apart even if it's my fingers that were crushed, where did the pain affect me? It was in the mind. Yeah. So ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਗਾਣਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਸਭ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਤਾਂ ਇਹਦੇ ਸੀਗਾ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਹੇਠ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ like what happened with you, you know, with the child maintenance and all that. ਹੀਰੇ ਜੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਮੱਤ ਕਿਉਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮੰਨਿਆ ਹੀਰਾ ਆ, it's a diamond. Why are you smashing his mind up? It's a diamond, yeah. And then ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਹੇਠ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ ਹੀਰੇ ਜੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਉਹ ਮੱਤ ਕਿਉਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਸਭ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ ਸਭ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ. Everything is down, you know, brings us down is because of our mind. So ਇਹਦੇ ਤੇ ਮੈਂ ਗਾਣਾ ਲਿਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਰੌਕੀ ਬੈਕਿੰਗ ਵੋਕਲ ਲਾਈਨ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਜਿੱਧਰ ਵੀ ਦੇਖਾਂ ਗੱਲ ਹੇਠ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੀ ਹੀਰੇ ਜਿਹੇ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਮਤ ਕਿਉਂ ਮਾਰੀ ਸਭ ਮਨ ਦੀ ਬਿਮਾਰੀ 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 ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੱਸੇ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੱਸੇ ਖਿਆਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਕਾਕਾ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੇ ਤਾਂ saying ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੱਸੇ ਖਿਆਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਕਾਕਾ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੇ. Some people get stuck in the pain of castes, colors, creeds, white man, black man, Englishman, Pakistani man, yeah? And we see differences. ਕੋਈ ਜਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸੇ ਫਿਰ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਤੇ ਹੱਸੇ, then we laugh on others. ਖਿਆਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਕਾਕਾ ਕਿਹਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੇ ਖਿਆਲਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਆ. This is a weakness of thinking. And then the main hook line of the song, which I put is Sab mani di bamari, sab mani di bamari, sab mani di bamari. Sab mani di bamari, sab mani di bamari, sab mani di bamari. Now key thing here in this line, I'll explain the next bit, yeah? You don't need the beat. In the next bit is about the mind, yeah? About how we're saying. So, because everything's about the mind. Now, when I'm talking about it, I'm lecturing about it, I'm speaking to people, they listen and they drift off. And I really want to send one message, which is really important, is that this is all to do with the mind. Everything. Every problem. The problem you had, I had. If I could talk to my 8-year-old self whose fingers were crushed, if I could talk to Injection when he was going through his hardest time, if I could talk to whoever's watching this who's going through his hardest time, the gurus have told us that Mantu Jot Sarup hai apna mool pshan. Listen, your mind is where you're going to find God. It's through your mind. You're not going to find him through worshipping in buildings and through all these things. So, you know what I mean? Next line, Rocky, Adanal. Nahi honega. Nachak mani utte boj. Don't pick up stress on your mind. Nachak mani utte boj. Mitra man khoj. My friend, go and search your mind. Forge your mind. Don't pick up more stress. Search your mind. Sit down. This is where meditation, all these things, these are real. Yeah? Nachak mani utte boj. Mitra man khoj. Jang andar hai ladna har roj. So you're going to fight every day in your mind. You've got to fight the mind. That's what you was doing. You know, when you went through the bad time, it was all happening in here. You had your baby daughter. You said it yourself. You know, you was doing all that. Where was the fight? It was in here. But we've got to put our focus and keep it on our mind, yeah? Nachak mani utte boj. Mitra man khoj. Jang andar hai ladna har roj. Baki man di bamari, baki man di bamari, baki man di bamari. Baki man di bamari, baki man di bamari, baki man di bamari. Man di qadar, मन दी कदर जिस बंदे ने है पाली पै जांदी ओदी बाबे नानक दा यारी ये है नाम दी कुमारी 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 जिधर भी देखा जिधर भी देखा जिधर भी देखा घर हेजदी है सारी हीरे जय मन दी मत क्यों मारी कल मन दी बीमारी सब 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 मन दी बीमारी 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 It's basically sab man di bimari, every single problem, because what it is, we're talking about the problems. I think it's really important we give out the solution that the gurus gave, because how many people are going to go to the Gurdwara and really connect to Gurbani? There's so many obstacles.
It's not just for Sikhs. This is for any faith
anyone.
out there.
If you're a Muslim, you're going to go to the mosque. If you're a Hindu, you're going to go to the mandir. If you're a Sikh, you're going to the Gurdwara. If you're English person or a Christian, sorry, you're going to go to the church. But what I'm saying is, your actual real mosque, mandir, church, Gurdwara is here. Yeah, Mana Mandir. This is your real place. You've got to go to, and you've got to start studying the mind. And there's so much stuff on mental health that's going on there. But I think you've raised an amazing topic here. That's why I grabbed the guitar straight away. I thought, right,
100%.
let's get a song in here.
That's something that, bro, I honestly do feel we need to talk a little bit more about.
Yeah, we do.
Is the mental health side of things. Like when you were now singing that and I was listening to the words,
I
I went back
to,
20 years in time.
Yeah, and I'm not lying to you.
Yeah.
When I was singing that, I was thinking, you know what you said? You had your baby daughter in there and it was one of the hardest times of your life, or the hardest time. It meant something to me, like it's pain. You get me? Pain. We all experience pain, and truly, if someone wants somebody else to experience pain, that's not nice. I don't want to know that person. Like whoever it is, I'll still try and help that person, but I don't want to be around that person too much, because you know I don't see how you can really be happy of someone else's pain too much. You know what I mean?
Some people enjoy that. Back in the days when we were doing the shit that we were doing, like this is why when I said I went back 20 years, I was thinking about how I enjoyed giving pain to other people so badly. It was just knowing that I'm in control of them. And then I forwarded 10 years and I'm now into the zone of when
I was just saying, look, I'll be honest with you, I was the same then. It was smashing people up and doing that, whatever you could do. It's not just you. I think anyone will relate to, in your youth. And this is one of the reasons I'm scared for the youth now. I'm scared for the Muslim kids, the Christian kids, the Hindu kids. This isn't about religion. This isn't about me just doing it for my people. My people is every person. That's what Guru Nanak said. Ai panthi sagala jamati. My panth, Guru Nanak Dev is saying, sari dunya mera panth hai. So I've written a song on this. Main munda sardaran da, is pag vich meri jaan. Main hati sardaran di, meri chunni ch mera maan. Main munda sardaran da, sari dunya mera parvar. The whole world is my family. This is what we've been taught. We've been taught this.
Do that, but every time there's a problem, it doesn't matter what faith you're from.
We're not after aggro from, there's a lot of stuff online as well. I don't know, I'm just going to whatever we're saying, but there's a lot of stuff online where, there's stuff about Sikhs getting targeted, our history getting targeted, and conversions, and grooming and things like that. And it's never been in our intention, ever as a Sikh to ever convert anybody else. We are taught this, fundamentally taught this from our gurus. We do not ever go into the family of someone else and try and cause pain, try and convert. There's no bounty for us. There's no prize for us. And what I'm saying is, one thing I would please to people out there is, there's a lot of grooming going on, against Sikhs and with Sikh girls in particular.
But we were dealing with one just literally recently, some Mexican kid.
Yeah,
everyone's fucking doing it.
Yeah, everyone's doing it, and I would just say, like, the pain, the giving pain to the families is like, you've got to think about that. It can't give you anything.
But they're targeting young kids, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's the thing.
These predators, they're a lot older.
Yeah,
and what they're doing is they're thinking we're just going to get our leg over.
Mm.
They're going for the young kids, and they're buying them gifts and buying them phones and giving
Pain.
them,
They're giving out pain.
and yeah, but
They're giving pain into families.
but the
They're
thing
ripping
is,
families apart.
these kids are coming from broken families. So when
Yeah.
you're coming home every single day and you're seeing your father beating up your mum, or you see your dad always drunk
There's
beating
a
up the
lot to
kids,
it.
this pain at home. You don't look forward to, when you finish school, you don't look forward to going home. And then suddenly this person comes along and they're treating you nice. They're sending you messages, giving you a phone, and they're sending you nice messages. How are you? Miss you. I love you so much. And it's like, wow, somebody actually genuinely cares for me.
Yeah.
You understand?
But this is the thing. We've got to do our bit, especially someone like me, who have been through the journeys of who have learnt things. And for the last, to be honest, bro, for the last 13, 14 years, I've been very much behind the scenes, as you know. I went underground, like as in underground, as in like I went on cameras because I was working with artists and working with big artists. You can't be out there doing your own thing. You get me? So you're almost working for an organization. But even for Taram Seva, I wasn't at the forefront because I thought I don't know enough. But then once I started clicking on to learning about the spiritual side of Sikhi, it's so simple. It's so simple. It's not complicated. And the main thing here is that people who are feeling pain at home, whether they're kids and they're, let's say they, like you're saying, the ones who get groomed, they might be going home and they might be having a really bad place at home. They end up going somewhere else. There's always reasoning behind why things happen. It's not always how it's painted sometimes, perhaps, yeah. But the thing is they need to know there is another angle out there for pain. Like you said, for pain, there is another option. I wish I could tell you 20 years ago when you had yours or I had mine, and that is, if you could go into a spiritual path through your own religion.
If you had told me, then I would have laughed at you.
Yeah, exactly. But what it is, I've still got to say now, to every person out there, if you just use your spiritual path, whatever it is, and find spirituality, don't just get stuck into your religion and your religious garbs and your religious fundamentalism, and how there's extremism in just keeping your religion being the best religion in the world. If you get away from that just slightly, respect your religion. You want to see your religion to do well. Everyone does. It's just like a football team. Really, everyone wants their football team to win. It's tribalism, yeah. But if you go towards to spirituality, whether you're a Christian or you're a Hindu, you're a Sikh, or a Muslim, whatever you are, yeah. If you go towards spirituality, which is what we're talking about today, game over, bro. There's no barriers. Spirituality is where the key is, and we're all spiritual. We all are.
You
spiritual.
Listening up, guys, now, yeah. So sort your shit out, or you're gonna end up in prison being someone else's bitch. That's the reality of the fact.
Go towards spirituality.
I'm telling you, bro. When I was in prison, people, you have to tell who's the weak person and who's a strong person. The alphas, we used to just walk in, raggle, naked, jump in shower, clean ourselves, boom. And then you've got the bitches that would turn up and they'd be wearing boxer shorts in the showers, yeah, and because they don't want to show their private parts.
Rocky,
Game over, bro. So you understand what I'm saying? But people nowadays, they're not ready for that, bro. The youngsters, they're not ready for
trauma. They're gonna get trauma in there.
They don't want to go down the path of religion. And if they do, they only want to do the violent side of things. You know what I mean?
It's the path of religion. To be honest with you, it's necessary for a lot of people. Religion is important. Every religion I'm talking about here. So tell you why. It gives you a framework. But the key for every religion, it has to be spirituality. And it has to be love. That love is the key thing. And I'm going to start singing songs now. And I've got songs. This is what I sing about. So love is, we say this. And this song's actually, this is another song which I shared Injection before it come out. It's basically saying everything's about love. Everything's about love. Everything's about love. We only talk about love, yeah? But then there's a turn in the song. I'll explain that, yeah? So I don't need the beat because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm changing my compositions, Rocky. I have to change it on the key. Galta sari pyar diye jindadi, o din char diye galta sari pyar diye ho. Galta sari pyar diye jindadi, o din char diye galta sari pyar diye ho. So we're saying everything is about love. Life is only here for 4 days. When I say jindadi din char diye, we're saying you got your, when you're a child, childhood, you got your adolescence, middle age, an old age, 4 days. You're only here 4 days.
I didn't know that was the reason why they used to say that. I should have just basically thought it was just them. It was a way of saying a couple of days.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
so it's 4
But
days for a reason.
you could look at it. I
So
mean,
you break it up.
that's how I look at it anyway. That's when I wrote the song, because I write this. It says, "Galta sari pyar di hai jindadi, o din char di hai galta sari pyar di hai ho." It's all about love. You're only here 4 days, bro. You got your childhood, your adolescence, your middle age, and your old age. You're gonna die. You're gonna die at the end of it. Love is the key, whichever religion. Yeah. Then it's ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਾਈਓ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਹੈ ਚੱਲਦੀ. So man doesn't get on with man. All these fights that are happening because the 5 thieves are inside you. The 5 thieves being your ego, your greed, your lust, your attachment, kaam, krodh, loh, moh, hankar, yeah, and your greed and all that sort of stuff. That's running in our mind. It's a program running. ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਾਈਓ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਹੈ ਚੱਲਦੀ. ਜਿੰਦ ਨਮਾਣੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੀ ਤਾਈਓ ਤਾਂ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਇਹਨਤ ਤੇ ਸੜਦੀ. ਲਾਲਚ ਜੜ ਉਜਾੜਦੀ ਹੈ ਈਗੋ ਬੰਦਾ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਖਿਰ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਹਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ. So I'm keeping the key low because I don't want to scare the parrot. I don't want to start screaming too much. But you know, there's a mad parrot upstairs as well. We should have brought the parrot on.
She'd have destroyed all the cameras though.
But what I'm saying is, Banda doesn't get on with Banda because the Panj Chor are running. If it Jind Hankari nahi Sikhya nu mandi. Our ego, I'm Kaka, I'm this, I'm that, whatever we want to say, yeah. My ego does not listen to the Sikhya, whether be that of the Quran, be that of the Vedas, be that of the Bible, be that of the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We don't look at it and listen to it and follow it. That's why there's so much greed and jealousy out there. That's why people on Sardia injection, people, you got haters out there, you know that, I know that. I put injection in the video, he's my brother from day one, and I started getting messages saying, bro, how come you're with injection? And they, you know what, they perceive conceptions like he's a good man. He might have, like, you know, the exterior, you've done all these things, people know you, but you're also a very good. How can anyone say someone's a bad man when they don't know them? How can anyone say that?
Can you lot? Are you lot on the same level?
You know
what I mean?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
that song, when you were singing that song and I was in that song, but every single word,
yeah,
I could relate it to myself.
yeah, and you reacted.
I've never been afraid of dying, and to this
yeah,
day, I'm not afraid. Yeah,
Loki darde,
you understand? I'm ready anytime. But the thing is, if I'm gonna die, I will die with pride, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like back in the days, the Vikings, it was like, when they're gonna go up there, they're gonna be ready, and they're ready for it. There's no like,
you gotta go.
One more day, one more. No, none of that shit, bro. If we're gonna live our life, live it properly or don't.
Because the biggest fear in life, the only real fear in life is, you know, like we were talking about snakes earlier. I mean, I was saying to you, injection, when you get a snake, he's got a mad parrot, and the only fear we have, even with snakes, lions, is what they can do. Like, we're not scared of the snake; we're scared of the poison in its fangs. We're scared of the teeth of the lion, of what it can do to the capability. Ultimately, the only and the real fear of life is death. That's why we did Loki Darde. And our gurus taught us this, that the first thing you accept is death. So that's what that song was about. That, you know what, if you accept death, that you're going to die, it's not saying that I'm not scared, like, you know, we're not totally scared. If someone puts a gun to my head, yeah, naturally your emotions you're going to kick in, fear is going to kick in. But the point is, on a day-to-day, you've talked about it, we've thought about these things. You've thought about death a lot. I know he has. He's spoken to me about it a lot. So the people who think about death, they stop fearing it, because you start thinking it's going to come, it's guaranteed, right? But there's probably 90% of the world, 95%, 98%, call it 99%, I don't know the percentage, but they do not like to think or talk about death ever.
People don't even want to go to the doctors because they're too scared of what might happen.
And that's what that song was about. Loki darde maran to main khushi manama. You guys can't even talk about it. You're not even willing to talk about it. And even in Indian families, they say, hi, वो ना गल करो, और मरन दी गल नहीं करी, मुंह चंगी गल करो. What the hell? Our gurus, they gotta get into.
Sneeze, they say, don't leave the house here for 2 minutes.
They don't listen to what our guru's saying. That's what I'm saying.
Guys, can I just say something? The reason why we're talking about a bit of religion here now, is this guy, he's got too much knowledge. And he might say, I'll be honest with you, for someone like myself that's known him from being a guy who was rowdy as hell, This guy used to session up all the time. He used to smash up guys,
Chuck,
broken knuckles, everything, all the time. Every time we'd go out, these lot would be sessioning.
Used to be like that.
Yeah, and but from him, then suddenly gaining so much knowledge about religion.
I don't know if it's
When
knowledge.
is knowledgeable, and it's not just
So
about
there it is.
religion; it's about life even. But when I used to phone you up, I remember I used to say this to you, but remember, yeah, I used to phone him up every time when I'd get to a point where I'm low, and this would happen every 4 or 5 months, every 6 months, and I'd phone him up to recharge my batteries because I talked to him on the phone, and that 1 hour I talked to him on the phone, I'll be like, yeah, I'm fucking ready for the world. You know what I mean? This guy, the knowledge he has, it's not like, you know, you get those goody two shoes that are just always preaching stuff about religion. And they're saying, oh, do this, but it don't make sense in your head. You're like, what are you talking about? That don't make sense. This guy's got the answers for all the questions. Realistically, you do, bro. Like, you even know all the meanings, even in the Guru Granth Sahib, you know exactly most of the stuff that is even written there. You've explained to me.
No, I'll tell you what it is. It makes sense to me. I think that's probably the best way to put it. I wouldn't say I've got knowledge. I honestly know very little. I honestly, I'm telling you guys, there's so many preachers out there, good preachers.
But when
they're
you
way better than me.
lay it out,
but
it makes
maybe they don't sing. I mean, I'm just a crazy guy. Like, I got the guitar. Me and Rocky over there, we drive around. We just sing. I'm in the car. I don't want to be seen as a religious.
Serious.
We're in the car. I've got the guitar out. We're in
No wonder the fucking bumper smashed in the car. You love me too busy singing.
He smashed the car around. He smashed it the other day. I was just carry on driving.
Metropolitan Police, if you're listening, yeah. Like,
he's
if you see
very
things
scared.
driving and they got a guitar, you know.
We got the guitar out on the way here. Obviously, because look, we're talking about these sort of things, yeah. We're talking about death.
Obviously, he's not driving, yeah.
No, I'm not driving. But what it is, he drives. We put the talkie beat on in the car, and I pull this out. I mean, it's not to show anyone. We don't post it on internet all the time. But then what it is it's just it's making sense to me. You know, like the Guru's words, they're making sense to me. It's not something I've started just doing now. It's taken many, many years of trying to understand and navigate through the Shabads.
It's about
15 years.
15 years. I remember when he came to my 30th.
But the journey started, like I said, when I was 6, 7. It doesn't start. The journey starts the day you're born. You know, on everything.
In between, in the early years, you went a bit too much into it.
Yeah.
And then you sort of realised that the world is not ready for this.
Yeah.
Because when you would talk to people, people were like, what's this guy on? You know?
Yeah, I was.
And then he realised.
Yeah, and you know, it's a journey, like taking Amrit, all these things. There's so much behind it. And it's going to be the same with every religion, I believe. I believe every religion is, in the end, it's going to be the same. Because at the end of the day, look, find me someone who's got blue blood or green blood. Yeah, find me one guy, I want to study that guy, he's got green blood. You won't find him. Find me someone whose insides look different. You know, this whole religious conditioning that has been put on us, we have to have love. You know, and you know, if you look at Guru Nanak's texts, they made the Guru all about, you know, this love and kindness. And I know it's the game of religion which kills us. You know, like, we need to get our numbers up. You know, the numbers game, and we know this is happening all over the world. That numbers world, it's just the same as making loads of money. Get your numbers up.
But digits in your bank. Going hand in hand, money and religion.
Wow. You know what?
Look at the whole Israel thing that's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, there's too much power on the dark side, and the dark side being governments, and you know how everything's run, how from the top, whoever it is who's in control, we don't know.
Don't you think social media is playing a big part now?
Massive. That's why we're doing what we're doing. We're fighting against this stuff, bro. We're fighting this head on, because we're saying we're not going to consume that shit. You know, you lot are singing about all this other bullshit that's going on. In really nice, kind words. Fuck you. I'm going to sing about what I want to sing about. I'm going to sing about my religion, and if I want to swear, I'll fucking swear as well. Fuck you, straight up. I'm saying that to social media. I'm saying that to the algorithms. I'm saying that to, you know, all that fucking shit agenda of singing about same old bullshit, and you're corrupting the youth. Sing about love, as in true love. Sing about peace and kindness. I'm not one of those, you know, you get them hippie types who, although I look like one right now, but I'm not one of those hippie types who's just singing peace, peace, peace. Like I said, in the other song, that Galta Sari Pyar, you heard the first one, yeah, the first verse. I've got to sing this verse because I've got to explain. We're not hippies. We're not tree huggers, right? This is what you got to understand. I'm all about love and peace, and I'm very passionate about it. So it was Bande di Bande Naal Taiyo Niyo Bardi, Panch Choran di Gal Andra Hai Chaldi. ਜਿੰਦੇ ਹੰਕਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਹ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੀ ਤਾਈਓ ਤਾਂ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਉੱਤੇ ਸਰਦੀ. So what that meant was the reason man doesn't get on with man is because inside him he's got 5 thieves: greed, anger, ego, attachment, and lust. These are operating, and man hates man because of this. Yeah, that's why you all are jealous of each other. That's why there's all this hatred. That's why there's all this knife crime. That's why there's all this shit going on out there. Yeah, then I'm saying ego is what's going to kill you. Your egos are operating. So this goes up all the way to the top, to the Rothschild or whoever's running the world. I don't bloody know. And Diljit isn't part of the Illuminati. All that bullshit.
I was just
That's
gonna
all
say,
bullshit. Yeah.
there's rumors going
No,
around,
no,
but it's got nothing to do with that.
No,
No,
if
but
he,
even if he was, he's good for
bro,
him.
if he joined that, I would have joined that, gone and had a look
Bro,
around it as
if
well.
I had the
Everybody
opportunity, I
knows
would
about
go. I'll tell you straight.
Yeah, he would have got me in as well. I said, Paji, menu pado bit, maybe take it on that. No harm in checking it out.
Yeah.
But, you know, meet really Beyonce and all these artists in there, you know what I mean? So all that's a load of cobblers. Some people say it's true. Look, I'm just saying, I know he didn't join it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I can only speak for that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I don't know. It's rumors, right? Just like the earth might be flat, some people say. They're crazy guys. But the second part of this song now is to address the element of Sikhi, which is for Sikhs, yeah? So it goes, Santo Sapai, yeah? संतो सिपाही दस क्यों बंदा बनूगा नीवे बंदे तो भला क्यों कोई डरूगा संतो सिपाही दस क्यों बंदा बनूगा नीवे बंदे तो भला क्यों कोई डरूगा. Yeah, and basically the main part I've got to explain here is from a sant state, from a saintly state, yeah, as a Sikh, yeah, why would we become warriors? Why are we warriors? Yeah, santo sipahi das kyun banda banuga neeme bande to pala kyun koi daruga. Because when we become saintly and we become nice, like I'm talking about peace and all this sort of stuff, you know what they do? They think these guys are pussies, straight up. These guys are wimps. These guys are they're just
Hence why Neeme Bande.
नीमे बंदे तो भला क्यों कोई डरूगा.
Yeah.
And then it says हिक तान के सरदार ही खड़ूगा मोड़ वालिया ओ हंस हंस के मरूगा. So I'm saying हिक तान के सरदार ही खड़ूगा. This is where you'll find out if you come to try and bully, like for example a Buddhist or a really calm person, someone will think, oh, there's Buddhists, let's hit them, or let's do this. They're Sikhs, they're spiritual. I mean, a spiritual state. Like say for example, I'm talking about love, kindness. Oh, he's just he's a faggot. He's just talking about love, you know, this sort of stuff. Now, mate, you can't think that. Just because we're talking about love doesn't mean we can't protect ourselves.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we haven't got that within us that we can switch on. So we've got a core shield around it, and this is why we're in a martial race. We are known to be a warrior race. In our DNA, we've been through wars. We've been through sword, you know, holding swords and fighting for our existence. That is in our DNA because our great grandparents passed it down.
Poets as well.
Yet they were poets.
Well, our gurus were poets.
Yet they were the kindest people. Yet they're feeding the whole world even today because of our gurus. Yeah, so Santo Sipahi das kyun banda banuga नीमे बंदे तो भला क्यों कोई डरूगा हिक तान के सरदार ही खड़ूगा मोड़ वालिया ओ हंस हंस के मरूगा. And basically मोड़ वालिया again लोकी डरदे मारन तो मैं खुशी मनावा मोड़ वालिया. I'm saying look हंस के मरूंगे ਅਸੀਂ. If it comes for the right reason, ਆਪਣੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ ਮੰਨਣਾ, everyone's going to die in a hospital bed or something. If you can die for your calm or for your, you know, for someone, protecting someone, ਉਹ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਨੂੰ. ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਦੱਸੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ. So ਮੋੜ ਵਾਲਿਆ ਉਹ ਹੱਸ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਮਰੂਗਾ. Very important part of this song now is ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਰੋਸ ਜਾਗੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਖਲਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਵੈਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਪਾੜਦੇ ਆ ਹੋ. So I'm saying ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਵਾਰਦੇ ਆ. We don't go out looking for beef. We don't go out. We don't start the fights. We never do that. We're not allowed to. We can't go out there looking for a fight. ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨਾ ਕਦੇ ਵਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਰੋਸ ਜਾਗੇ. However, if you poke, for example, you touch us first, ਰੋਸ ਜਾਗੇ. Right, now you've pierced my armor. Rose jagge, bande khalar, then for the bande khalar they did. Then that's where injection comes in. You see what injection does? Bande khalar nu, he's got a license. Bande khalar nu.
Me and all my brothers.
All his brothers, all the Senghs.
Imagine 2,000 people like me.
Jinne vi Sengh. Oh, so basically Jinne vi Sengh Sardar ya duniya ch, they've got a license. Bande khalar nu. Siddhi gal ya. Jinne vi any geezer. Look, I'm getting pissed off now. Be honest with you, I'll get passionate. Any Ted shadya itthe. I'm not happy with them guys. Listen, Sikhi ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਿੰਘ ਆ come on boys, get in the gym, come on, sort it out a little
The
bit.
fucking
You know what I
warriors,
mean?
innit?
Yeah, ਹੁਣ
Look
ਕੜਾ
like
ਛਕ ਕੇ
warriors.
ਉੱਥੇ ਬਹਿ ਗਏ. Yeah, ਲੰਗਰ ਛਕ ਲਏ, 10 ਰੋਟੀਆਂ ਖਾ ਲਈਆਂ. Even our elders, I'm saying, geez, it wasn't like that. The TED tells you everything. The
100%.
TED, ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁਣ ਲਮਕਦਾ, it tells you a lot. You understand? Right? I'm not being mean,
No,
because
you're
I've got
right.
loads of
You're
fat
right.
friends, and they're my brothers, and I love them. But I say this to them as well. Rocky won't mind me saying this about him, right? Right? But, so, ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਥੋੜੀ ਸੌਰ ਥੱਲੇ ਰੱਖਦਾ ਗਾਇਜ਼ ਬਿਕਾਜ਼ ਮੈਂ ਜਦ ਉੱਚਾ ਚੱਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਫਿਰ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਚੱਕ ਵੀ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਓ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨੱਕ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਰੋਸ ਜਾਗੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਵੈਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਪਾੜਦੇ ਆ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ ਬੰਦੇ ਦੀ ਬੰਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਤਾਂ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣਦੀ ਪੰਜ ਚੋਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਹੈ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਜਿੰਦ ਹਕਾਰੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਉਸ ਸਿੱਖਿਆ ਨੂੰ ਮੰਨਦੀ ਤਾਈਓ ਤਾਂ ਦੂਜਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਉੱਤੇ ਸੜਦੀ ਲਾਲਚ ਜੜ ਉਜਾੜਦੀ ਹੈ ਈਗੋ ਬੰਦਾ ਮਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਆਖਿਰ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਹਾਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਉਹ ਦਿਨ ਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ ਸੰਤੋਂ ਸਿਪਾਹੀ ਦੱਸ ਕਿਉਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਬਣੂਗਾ ਨੀਵੇਂ ਬੰਦੇ ਤੋਂ ਭਲਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਕੋਈ ਕਰੂਗਾ ਇੱਕ ਤਾਣ ਕੇ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਹੀ ਖੜੂਗਾ ਮੋੜ ਵਾੜਿਆ ਉਹ ਹੱਸ ਹੱਸ ਕੇ ਮਰੂਗਾ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਨੱਕ ਦੀਵਾਰ ਦੇ ਰੋਸ ਜਾਗੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਖਿਲਾਰਦੇ ਆ ਵੈਰੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੰਦਰੋਂ ਪਾੜਦੇ ਆ ਹੋ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਜ਼ਿੰਦਗੀ ਉਹ ਦਿਨ ਚਾਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਗੱਲ ਤਾਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਦੀ ਹੈ ਹੋ So ਇੱਥੇ ਆ ਗਾਣਾ so I won't sing too much now.
No.
ਮੇਰੇ ਹੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਗਾਣੇ ਫਿਰ ਤਾਂ it's gonna become a music show. Okay.
So, bro,
Yeah.
another question. For someone that wanted to get into music,
Yeah.
how easy is it or how hard is it now compared to how it was before? Because I know back in the days it was, from what I believe anyway, it was knowing the right people, getting the work done, and obviously if you had a talent, you'd shine straight away. But as years have changed, what I have seen is, especially with rapping and whatnot, I've seen gangs, all this PDD shit going on, right? Where you've got to be able to do certain things, meet a certain criteria, and help them, whether it's financially or whatever, and only then you can kind of get in. What would you say?
So I think back in the day definitely was very hard because
Yeah.
you need to network was a big
You
thing.
have to have a talent.
Yeah, and the first thing is look, if there's any musician out there, are you into music truly? Because there's gonna be a lot of people who say, "Yeah, I want to do it," and they just start doing
Hype.
something, but they don't really want to become it.
Yeah.
So you have to know what do you really want to do. Now, everyone loves music, yeah, to some extent. If you really love it and you can't stop listening to it, and you're if you've got no knowledge, then you've got to start learning something. Like whether you're watching and learning and trying to copy, or you get obviously professional lessons is the maddest place, but some people can't afford it, right? Especially kids out there. So,
but would you say professional lessons are actually worth it?
100%, yeah. I mean, it is 100%.
These
But
people know what they're doing.
the
Yeah.
thing is, it's a business out there as well. This is the problem. So, because it's a business, you're going to be spending money. So, if there's a kid who really wants to do it, you can learn on YouTube and everything now. You know, like everything, and there's ways just making sound, just make something sound good. And if you can do it, bro, TikTok straight, Instagram. TikTok and Instagram, you get on there, you just start doing it. You got to be brave. You got to be very brave as a musician. You can't be like worrying about being judged. Like I'm singing off key here. I'm singing like I can't play the guitar. I'm just strumming. I'm a rhythm percussionist. You know, play instruments, beat instruments. So I can't play guitar. There'll be some guitarists watching me saying, "What the hell is he playing there?" I don't really care because I got a message, and you got to be brave. And the other biggest thing, which this comes to, yeah, it's something you'll relate to. It's such a mad subject, this is, yeah. It's bravery and courage. Like, I didn't even know what they meant till not so long ago. And when I looked at it and I thought, when I was a kid growing up, where was I brave? Where did I activate courage? Where was I courageous? And you know what? I started learning about what is bravery, what is, courage. I didn't know what they meant. I heard the words,
Mm.
but I wasn't like, you know, I didn't understand what they really meant. You hear about bravery, don't you?
What is bravery and courage to you?
Yeah, I mean, bravery for me and courage is, you know, where you just it's like a letting go, where you just say, you know, say there's a fight, and when it flips and you got to go, and once you just let go, and you let go of it's fear, really. I think is an opposite to
It's like having a lion chained up and then just letting go of the
where
chain.
you just think, you know what, right. And bravery means there's no coming back. I mean, anger is something else. Anger is something else. You know, these are different things. Bravery is where you just say, right, whatever's going to happen, you can be totally in control and be brave. You can walk into a room and be brave. No, it's not always about, you know, punching someone or something like that. But being brave could be just walking into a room of a lot of people. That's where you read yourself right before you go in, understand what's going on. Again, it's all about your mind. Once you activate, right, I know how to press the brave button. Walk in, has again, and it's linked to confidence, it's linked to courage. All of a sudden, it's linked to very uplifting moods, uplifting inner worlds,
When
which
you
you've
was
got.
going around smashing all these people out when you were young,
Yeah,
what was it? Anger? Or was it
ego. It was
ego?
ego. For me, it was
Fucking
ego.
no, innit,
I know.
I was the same.
Yeah, mine was ego. I look back at it, I was doing it because I got beaten up when I was very, very young
Yeah.
in a school fight. I got battered by a guy in Leamington in school when we were real kids, and I'm not joking. There was about, from what I remember, there was 40, maybe 30 people in the. You know, when you used to have scrap, 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 scrap.
Everyone
Went
meet
to
up
the
right
park
outside school.
after
Yeah.
school, and I remember going through this in having this fight, and I was always like, you know, Stallone movies, Rambo,
How
and
old
all
were you?
this. I reckon I was 10, maybe 10
Mm.
in that age.
Mm.
Was a crazy 8 to 10 is a bit of a mad time. And you know, we used to watch a lot of Rambo and Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Remember all the action films used to be mad in our time. There's none now.
Yeah, no,
Freaking
now
Rock
got
is
Mark,
nothing.
innit?
Rock,
Now
what
he's
he
got
does now.
special effects.
Yeah, look at the Rock's films now.
Yeah.
They ain't like what they used to be. They were mad.
Yeah.
You know, back in the day.
Yeah.
On top of that, we had obviously an influence of Bollywood coming, you know, the sound, all that sound, yeah. So we used to see that as kids. Then you're learning all along by these things in your house, TVs, this and that, and it's very, very impressionable. And I ended up getting into a fight, and I got bad. The guy was like, he's bigger than me, he sat on me, and bang, bang,
Asian
punched
guy.
me. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
he's my mate. He's my good mate now. Yeah, because we're the only kids in it.
If I'd learned it, let's pull him out one day.
No, I can't say hurta. But what it is there was 30, 40 people. I'm not joking about numbers. I'm not exaggerating because it was all the school kids and it was a very tight knit community.
Mm.
And that was my first moment just to say, come on then. Yeah, come on then. That was where I learned bravery. It's not about that I lost or anything. The fact that after school, see you there, happened then. And I was really badly beaten up. Like I had blood, black eyes, everything. And then after that, you go back to school and, you know, facing everyone with the black eyes and stuff. Bro, that's like, in one way, it's traumatizing. I'm sure people out there could break them. For me,
Yeah.
it changed the game. That's why I started fighting in my life when I was any fights I ever had. I'm not saying I'm a great fighter. I'll probably get really knocked out by someone walking down the street now tonight when they see this episode. Probably come up to me and bang me out. Rocky, I just put Rocky in front. And Rocky,
You know
when I
was about, I think I was about 13, 14, and I'd always in trouble my whole life. And then when I went to Villiers, the school around the corner from me, I remember I was upstairs outside my class, and this kid come up to me, and this guy, he loved to fight. Yeah, I can tell, right? And
how old is you?
I was about 14. You know, but you can just see. You know, when one fighter knows another fighter, yeah, you just know. And
you must have had a few before that as well.
Oh yeah. And so did he. And then he come up to me, and check this out. I've never met this guy. Nothing. He come up to me. He goes, bro. He goes, I heard you're the hardest in your school. I was like, is it? He goes, you want to fight me? Just like that. Just because he wanted a title, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. And then everyone was talking, yeah, after school, we got together at the park. And that was a thing then, because I just come from Guru Nanak Sikh school, yeah? That's where I was studying before.
Oh,
so I'd kept my case, right? At that time, it was a private school. My parents were paying about, I think, 16 grand a year or something, yeah? Now it's become a public school. But so after I think they raised their money or whatever it is, parents, obviously, they were just factory workers. They couldn't afford it. So I then, at the age of about 14, come to Villiers. And so I was a sing. And he goes to me, let's have a fight. We've gone to the park. And all I remember is I was too busy trying to make sure my turban don't get knocked off my head.
Oh yeah.
Because you see it in all these movies and that, yeah, and you hear about all this, like, oh, they knocked his bug off, and this and that. Yeah, so I was. The guys asked me to come in the park. I've gone there, and I was too busy trying to protect my turban, to try and protect my pug, because I didn't want it to get knocked off.
So your focus is there.
Yes, my focus is there now. Yeah, with one hand, and I'm trying to fight the guy. Yeah, but I couldn't give him my all, and the guy done me, bro.
Yeah.
He done me hard. I don't even remember anything. So I don't know what I was knocked out, whether you stamping on my head or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, all I know is people telling me that you was trying to fight back. I don't remember it, right? And I remember I went home.
He got the title.
Yeah, he got the title. Yeah, and then, but we become friends again afterwards.
Yeah.
I haven't spoken to him since. And then, but that was a learning curve for me. So I went home. I got my turban, and I know I shouldn't say this, but it's reality. I got it, and I took it off my head, and I threw it on the bed. And I said, I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, as a kid.
Because that, to me, at that age, I thought, you are stopping me from being who I am. I'm supposed to be a singer, I'm supposed to be a lion, I'm supposed to be a warrior. But instead, I'm weaker than what I'm supposed to be. I'm losing my capability here. I'm not performing at my peak because of that, because I'm too worried that you're going to fall off my head, right? And so then I took it off, and then I carried on fighting. And then from then on, it was just like, I didn't need to worry about.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And it's obviously even now, obviously when I get into fights, I still have to think twice. The majority of the times I wear woolly hats, right? Or wear patiki, because I know if I get into a scrap, it's going to get messy. You understand? The last fight when I had, when those guys tried to jump me a few years back, one of them grabbed my daddy, bro. And as I'm beating him and beating him and beating him, he wouldn't let go of my daddy. He ripped out half my daddy. Because that's the easiest thing to grab, and you grab someone's daddy, and that's it. You don't let go, no matter how much you try. And then the guys, you've got the guys like women when they fight, they grab each other by the hair. You understand? It's hard because they won't let go, and then you see people trying to pull them apart, and they don't let go. And that's what happened. But as time's gone on, and I've realised, and I know my capability now. Yeah, I've just kind of adapted. To it, and I've just, you know what I mean. When I go out,
it's a reality.
It's reality, man.
It's reality. Yeah. No, and what it is, but that loss that you're saying, that
was
probably,
a gain, though.
Yeah, it was a gain.
Yeah.
It might have been at the time, but really, that's what gives you the pain, which then you fight throughout life. It's not just with your fists; you're fighting all the time.
Going back about, you were talking before about social media, right? About how it's so powerful and yet it's so dangerous. You've got kids of your own, right?
Yeah.
How many kids you got, if you don't mind?
I've got 2 boys.
2 boys, yeah?
Yeah.
And they're what, about 10, 12, I would have thought?
One's
teenagers?
13, one's 7.
Do you find with the 13-year-old especially that they're glued onto their phones?
Yeah. They are on their phones.
But I think from what I remember, your kids, they're into boxing as well, right?
Yeah, I've got them into boxing.
That's quite a good thing, actually. But imagine if there wasn't, like, you must have friends who have got kids who are literally just on the phone all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's a big problem.
Like, bro, TikTok's a dangerous
thing.
Yeah.
It's a mad it's a problem, but I think in the problem I hear a lot of there's loads of stuff on social media about it's a problem. But what it is now, where the world's heading, you can't do it without it. I think, you know what, actually is, I've got a different take on this. I've got a different take on this because I've got a friend who's not on it. You know Jelly, the crazy one. You know, the shades, yeah. Jelly's not on social media. He refuses to go on it. And I'm having a problem with it because I'm saying you're not up to date with what's going on. And what's happening by coming off it, for him, this is a different angle at it. He's not learning what's going on. He's actually disconnected. So there's actually if you're trying to work in the world, like we're trying to do work through music. So he's now at a weaker element because he doesn't understand what's going on. He's come off it. Yeah, so there's different things. And I think if you pull them off and you totally take them off as well, they're going to also become a bit dumbed down in the area as well.
Familiar, but not for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah,
it's not where you're sitting on not like me sitting on the toilet and you're just
yeah
scrolling. That's what they call it now, isn't it? Scrolling. And
the doom scrolling. The problem is that dopamine. You know, you're frying your dopamine receptors and all that. I think it's just about, you know, introducing some other elements, natural elements. Like me and him today, we meditated today after like a while. We ain't do it all the time, and it was like going on a roller coaster. We sat and we meditated, and it's nothing special, like nothing major. We just sat there. I said to him, still in mind, and I did a guided meditation with him, and we felt mad. Then we went to the gym, right? Then we like we on the treadmill. We put the running, put it on like level 12. I put him on level 19 the other day. He was getting mad, yeah. But all I'm saying, as I said, blow all the cobwebs out and just monitor how you feel. Then you go steam saw and all that. Afterwards, we felt mad. Like, and you know what? I didn't want social media, obviously, at that moment. But then, if you're working now and everyone's in the rat race, even what we're doing here is going to go on social media. It's hard to avoid, but I want to hear some positives of it, because we all know the negatives of social media. There's got to be some positives, but at the moment it's dangerous. It is very dangerous.
Do you actually check your messages on social media? So
Yeah,
when
I
you
do.
post, oh, you do, yeah?
Yeah, I do.
I've never checked them, bro.
Because I'm serious about trying to get my music out there. It's very important to me. So what I've done is, one of the reasons my page has grown a lot on Instagram is because or anyone comments me, I'm getting comments from like India, wherever, everywhere. I'm always replying to them, and I'm trying to build connection with people who appreciate my music.
But do you get any negative comments as well?
To be honest with you, I don't get many. I don't get many because I've been on some TikToks. People are taking to us because we're not putting anything else, so we're not getting too much negative.
Fake profiles, though. That's the biggest.
Yeah, you get the odd fake
Keyboard
profile.
warriors.
You get the odd fake profile, but you know the best thing is you can delete the comments. If anyone does anything,
I just don't even leave my comments on, bro.
Yeah. Oh, you don't take them on. Yeah, that's another way. Yeah.
Even I've spoken to Mama, we don't keep our comments on, do we? That's the one thing I said to him. I said, listen, if we're doing this,
especially if you're not reading them,
yeah,
because what do you want to put out if it's?
But he was saying to me, he goes, "Oh, you have to do it because of the
algorithm."
Work.
Yeah, it's worked for me. You know, I reply to some mad guys all the time. I'll make comments and have a laugh with them. Some geezers are like giving me advice, like, "Why you got your pug on like this from India? Tu pug edda kade bani duji edda agar theek hai baba ji edda banna de, no problem." I said, "Tu theek hai." That's it, and I listen to more.
Shall we try one video with the comments on?
You
have to monitor it, yeah. Anyone
you have a laugh with it.
Just block them.
Yeah, you just block them. Innit?
Yeah.
But it's but social media now, this is the battle zone. You know, like now I've mentioned before, like Elon Musk helped Trump won the elections. Elections are obviously how you win wars today. They're not won with swords. They're not won with guns. Even though they show these wars in Israel and Palestine, they're showing all these wars, aren't they, all over the world? They're not even wars. They're not wars. What they're doing, like even what happened in Iraq and Afghanistan, they weren't wars. There's no chance. You're basically outnumbered. You're outplayed by the smartest, most powerful governments in the world. They're not wars. It's just genocide, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just genocide.
But this Israel-Palestine thing, bro, is a piss take, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, for these guys, I've seen videos, bro. They are just going around and killing children, man. And I was thinking, how for any human being to be able to do that, bro, that shows how sick. I'm not in a sick in a bad man way, but sick in a disgusting way. You got to be sick, bro, to be able to do that.
The guys at the top, they're sitting with their suits, they're pressing these buttons, and they're basically running the. It's like a hotel. The planet's like a hotel for them. I think in that area, let's just clear that out. You got to think, like these presidents, whoever it is, for them to be able to hit a button, say, right, let's kill, whatever reason. Obviously, their justifications or whatever, but they're literally allowed to press a button and kill people, and they get away with it, and they will get away because they've got a power. It is a mad thing. I mean, I don't know what we could do, other than what's happening in the world today.
You know what it is, back in the days compared to now, have you noticed that we were talking about social media? If it wasn't for the social media, we wouldn't be able to see half of the shit that's going on.
Yeah.
The information know about it. Like when 1984, when they done the attack on the Golden Temple, there was a media blackout. And nobody had mobile phones then. Well, they did, but I think they were the ones with the box or whatever. Yeah,
even
like then they closed all the radio stations, all the press. Nobody was allowed to come in and out of Punjab. Nobody knew what was going on.
It's a bullying tactic
everywhere. It's on fucking phones.
There's the Trafalgar Square March this weekend on Sunday, and it's this oppressive, this oppressive regimes which have been running the superpowers, whether it's India, whether it's Pakistan, wherever. I don't know which country's doing what. I try not to get sucked into the politics. You know why? Because it's so, like, I know people say you can control it through protesting and all those sort of things. I think there's better means for me personally. I'll help anyone if I can help, bring a peaceful solution to anything. But I just think it's become so powerful, these governments, and what can anyone do? And like we're talking about, it's on cameras now. People are getting killed, hospitals are getting bombed, and they're just allowed to do this. And then there's just shit comes out on the social media, on Sky News and this and that, where they justify, oh no, we did it for this reason. People just forget about it, and it just shuts everyone down straight away. Something mad could happen, but you know what shuts everything down? The information war on social media. Social media can just distract everything.
No, but then they even stop taking those videos down as well.
Yeah, and then there's
They
shadow
basically
banning and
say,
all
"Oh,
that.
this is basically incorrect information," and they
Yeah,
take it out.
misinformation. So this is why what I'm trying to do with this and with my team is basically go onto social media. There's a war going on social media where it's one-sided. Trust me, these algorithms, they're all controlled by Meta, they're controlled by TikTok, all these big corporations. Think about it. Governments are feeding in their head. We make sure you're keeping this. I mean, they're probably
We'll
trying
look
to keep
after
it.
you. You just basically play with us.
100%. It's money
with us.
involved. They're trying to keep it real. But what it is to go against the grain. It's a bit like if you look at how the fish, salmon, they swim against the grain, don't they? It's the same way. If you want to put out a message of goodness and peace, and you want to talk some reality, like what we're doing here, it's all against you. The war is on social media. There's literally a war going on. The war ain't happening in them countries where these bombs are dropping. That's one-sided, just bombing Ukraine, Russia. Who knows what's going on there? Look at what happened there with Trump and when he went to the office.
Did you see what happened with India and Pakistan now?
Yeah.
Did you see the videos that were going around?
Yeah,
They were from computer games.
yeah.
People were getting videos from computer games are so realistic now, and AI videos. They were putting them on saying, "Look, India's attacking Pakistan.
Yeah,
Pakistan's
making
attacking."
stuff up.
And people just were forwarding
Dangerous.
these videos. Bro, it's kicking off there in Pakistan. It's getting crazy.
Fear.
And then we're speaking to people there in India, and they're saying, "Nah, in Punjab, they're saying nothing's happening.
You know,
It's fine."
it comes down to what we talked about earlier. Fear. The only fear we have is death, right? So everyone, when death comes, look, when death comes, everyone starts running. Panicking. Of course, life is very precious. Understand that. But what it is once we're dead, it doesn't matter what happens here. That's the truth. Once we're gone, and we ain't got long here. How long we think we got here? What, we're gonna be here for centuries and centuries. 30 years, 3 decades, let's say. I'll be lucky if I live 3 decades. I'm 43. I'll be lucky if I can get to the 70s, yeah? I mean, how long have we got? And half of that you're going to sleep anyway, what we've got left. So you're going to eat. You only got about 10 years here. It's not even much time here left on this planet. Even if you live till you're 100, let's say, right? You're going to get diseases. You're going to get ill. What kind of life is it going to be? Your bones are going to become brittle. So the end point of this whole rat race, everyone's leaving here real soon. Everyone's going to be going out on a one-way flight, right? And the one who's in control of this place, all these Trumps, all these people at the top, they're not in control of, like, everyone's destiny. But what it is it's 100% known that the work of God is based around love, right? And where these people are being nasty and all this sort of stuff, ultimately it comes down to, we believe everything is in hukum of Paramatma, like, and I'm going off into a bit of a different tangent here, but death in itself isn't necessarily a really bad thing. That's the truth. If no one ever died, can you imagine what this planet would be like? Can you imagine? There'd be freaking not high rises. Imagine no one ever died, and you just keep rotting, and you're getting older and older. God is looking after His system, how He sees best. That's.
But is He though? What if even God's given up and everything's just getting out of control?
No, what is, when we go back to our, like we're saying, where we get our teachings from, where we read the teachings of scriptures which are known and revered as divine. Like, for example, I can only go by a Sikhi, by what we read, and it's explained to us that this is just a game. This whole place is just a game. This whole life, it's a game. It's almost like a simulation, and how God runs it, no one will ever know. No one can ever question, because this force is so powerful. Because remember, planet Earth is just a speck. It's just a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert in the universe. We are so relevant. This planet is so relevant. So everyone on this world that we live in, which is planet Earth, is so relevant in the context of the universe. So we can't question the macro power of this world. Like, we're micro. If we look at it from, what is this? Why is that? We're so insignificant. We're nothing. So what can we question?
What do you think about conspiracy theories? I'm
Uh,
gonna bring that up because I know when we spoke about something similar to this about I think it was 14
aliens.
years ago on my 30th birthday. You remember Koli Gurdwara?
Yeah.
Do you remember the conversation we
I
had?
can't remember now.
We had a proper deep conversation, and you sort of started to go down that route a little bit, and I was like,
What conspiracy theories?
this guy like he's on my level, you know what I mean? But do you think any of like whether I'm talking like was there life before us when we were here? Was there civilization before us? And like, what about other planets, other solar systems? Do you think it's all interconnected? Is it like, how do you think it's all?
Yeah. I think it's all interconnected. Everything is, because there's one supreme power, which is one, and every planet, every universe. If there's billions of universes, if there's trillions of universes,
Who's controlling you? Do you think there's actually? Sometimes I think is it fucking aliens that put us able.
nah.
But
I don't believe
seriously,
in
when you
aliens.
think about it, look at the
There probably
Egyptians
are
and stuff
aliens.
back in the day. Explain to me how they managed to do the pyramids and now
Yeah,
they've
that's
found out
crazy.
underground stuff
That's
where
crazy.
it's all magnetic stuff and
Yeah,
it's all next
yeah.
level
I
shit.
love that. I
How
like
did
that.
they have
I
all that?
like that because
They had
that is
laser
crazy.
cutting machines which was cutting to such precision. Those days it didn't even exist, bro. So these
You know what Guru Nanak says on this?
yeah, go on.
Guru Nanak says, "Jo tud pave sai balikar tu sada salamat nirankar. Kathna gati na ave tot kat kat kasi koti ko." Guru Nanak Dev Ji saying, then there's other Shabads, kagat kalam na likhana. They're saying, Guru Nanak says, if the whole planet was paper, the whole planet, and if I'm writing about the greatness of this supreme one, because they had a enlightened experience, they're writing about it. They say this master of this universe, which is some call him God, some call him Allah, some call him Ram, whatever you want to call this, doesn't matter what name you use, but this higher power, what you want to say, yeah, is so big, it's so vast. Even if he was writing like the virtues, the good things about this superpower, if the whole planet was paper, you'd run out of paper. There's not enough. There's not. If the whole planet was paper, there's no pen that can carry on writing. Pens would run out. Everything
It's
would
too
run.
much to write about.
It's too big and too vast for our contemplation to understand. Like even the pyramids and stuff, I haven't got an answer for it. Even our guru didn't say like everything can be explained. It's not a question of somebody's got all the answers. And Guru Nanak's very humble in this, and they explain that this is beyond like contemplation. It's similar to if you see, for example, a dog where you got the parrot in there. The parrot cannot grasp the understanding of time of the clock. If you're trying to say to him, "Look, we've got 5 minutes left," it's impossible. The parrot or the dog or whatever cannot contemplate time. It's just not a function which is possible. It is impossible, right? In the same way, we cannot contemplate what is going on here. We're put here and it's an experience, it's a simulation, it's a game from what the texts are telling us, and it's out of our contemplation. We can keep questioning, trying to find it, but no one's found it to date, and we're gonna die not finding it. It's pretty certain. But then pyramids, I'm pretty sure Rocky over there, Rocky should come on camera. I'm pretty sure he's been involved in it. He's an alien.
Yeah,
He's from another planet.
They kidnapped things.
He's from another planet.
Yeah, they experimented on it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
spaceships.
But it is mad. I don't know how it is because I've not learned enough about it. But flipping out, it's mad, isn't it?
I've always been into that, boy. Nah, but do you remember though, back in the days
Yeah.
when they got that movie out?
Oh, Robot. Yeah.
Well, when that come
Yeah.
out, and I'm thinking to myself, nah,
Yeah, this is happening fast.
this is gonna.
This is happening
You know what
fast.
I mean? I'm like, how the hell did they get something like this out? Yeah, and bro, it's happening.
You know what it is? I hear about AI. It is worrying for a lot of people. When you hear about where's this going, but then as a musician, you can make songs now on apps. You could just type it in,
100%.
it prints out the songs in minutes.
Bro, there's this guy that I'm gonna talk about. He's on social media, guys. Watch him on Instagram. Called Brown Boy Culture, I think.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah. So he's my boy. He's a good boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's good
But
lad.
bruv, this guy, all he does
Yeah, he does some
is
sick work.
AI.
He's brilliant. Yeah.
And he'll have songs, Bindarikia songs, sang by Tupac and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
That's
and he does it
mad.
in minutes, bro.
He's wicked. That's mad. But that's what it is. One thing AI can't do, and it won't be able to ever do. It won't get the soul essence, the soul,
Yeah.
the heart. Delia.
When you sing
It won't
from
get the
heart.
heart of a human. Never. It will never have that.
Mm.
So that's impossible. It won't get the heart. And as a musician myself, you think, shit, man, is it become that easy? Whatever was unique, can it just be done like this? But you know what? It can't. It can't. One thing is mad. It can write mad stuff. Like ChatGPT and all that. It's writing crazy stuff. But you can see there's a lot
But
of
even the
errors.
music as well. Maybe not the lyrics, but the music it can.
Even
can
lyrics, bro. It can write mad
No
lyrics.
way.
Yeah, I've seen like people showing me it's writing Punjabi lyrics. If you want to make a Punjabi song, you can do it like that. 2 minutes. Like it'll write it all for you. Like if you want to write a song, so there's loads of stuff it's doing, but what it ain't got soul. It hasn't got soul. It can't get the soul. You can't learn that. I mean, even humans, some humans don't know they got soul. They're just all brain dead. They're just walking around.
Do you reckon in the years to come, you think everyone's going to lose their jobs? Because
Yeah,
this country's going a bit kind of down the pants now, isn't it? Like, I think we should all just like give up our daytime jobs and just start begging.
me and we can do busking tonight.
Yeah, busking, let's do it.
Yeah, I think I think I'd stay hopeful. I'm staying hopeful. I'm staying positive, thinking, you know what? Everyone will be looked after somewhere. They can't let this place collapse because of this software. Because this software ultimately.
Better now.
Hey,
the economy's even getting better. The interest rates have gone down a little bit.
yeah,
Now apparently they're saying where before they cancelled all the illegal immigrants were being sent back, and now they're saying anyone that comes down here doesn't have to pay taxes. Did you hear about that?
yeah. I heard bits and bobs about it.
That's crazy.
It's all crazy stuff. But what it is, I think, worry is the one thing. Panic. People panic very easily and worry a lot. I'd say don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Like you're alive now.
If it
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens tomorrow. If it happens, you're gonna have to deal with it on the spot. Just like you had that fight when he was 14, you had to deal with it. I'm sure we can deal with this, and we ain't got that long here anyway. You know what I mean?
But they say don't worry about your past. If you're stressing yourself out over something that's already happened, don't cry over spilt milk. Why are you stressing? And don't stress about something that hasn't happened yet.
Yes,
you understand? Because you're gonna we're all gonna die tomorrow. But if you start thinking, shit, I'm gonna die, no. You're finished. You're dead already. Yeah. Live your life exactly how you should or how you want.
I agree, 100%. That's why these things, they create a lot of fear and worry. I think you gotta stay free from that.
Okay, bro. So I'm gonna wrap it up soon now.
Yeah, man.
But before we go, and ask you just a couple more questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your favorite all-time, and this is gonna put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Favorite all-time singer, Punjabi singer.
Oh, I know that.
Go on.
Sardul Sikandar.
No way.
Yeah, I love Sardul. He was very melodious. His compositions, he's a really sick.
So none of your friends, or you say, because obviously these guys are legends, innit? Sardul Sikandar and all these Surinder Shindar, they were on a different level.
No, I like them, like Surinder Shindar, Jazzy B, Diljit. I love them guys. Different.
But these guys are their teachers.
But Sardul he was just so soulful, like the way he composed, the way he sang.
You know the woman that he got married to? Everyone was so shocked. How the hell did he get married to someone like that? She was like a goddess, bro, back in the days.
Yeah.
And then someone like him, who was like probably the darkest Indian you can probably see. And, you know what I mean? Fine,
she saw beyond that.
Yeah, and she saw beyond that, and she obviously, you could tell that actually made her into a better person.
They're a mad love story as well. It's quite crazy. Like when he died is quite tragic. I know his sons as well. They're amazing artists.
How did he die?
I think he had a kidney failure or something like that.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Wasn't drinking or nothing.
No, he was a good, clean living kind of person. Very good person. I spoke to him a few times, but he was phenomenal. I mean, there's loads of good singers. But yeah, man, you've heard him, innit? You've heard sort of Mitra Anwar, yeah.
Got a couple of songs of his. That's my favorite. Okay, favorite movie, Punjabi and English.
Favorite movie. Yeah, shit. Film. I just watched Mission Impossible, the new one. It's about AI ending the world. That's good, but you put me on the spot here. Film wise, I think Punjabi films.
Classics. Come on, tell me anything that is your all-time favorite.
Long Dalishkara. I like the music of it. I don't watch the film, but the music of it was very small, so I remember that. See, I really want to answer the question because English film, I love going to the cinema. Something I loved. If you've been to the gym, you know this. If you really have a mad workout, then you're starving afterwards.
Yeah.
And you eat good food, eat clean food after
movie
steam
at the same
sauna,
time.
all that, then go to the cinema. Oh, fucking, that's the
Sick.
best.
Yeah.
But I need a bit more time on this answer, on this question. I would say, oh, I got it.
Go on.
You ain't gonna think about it. I would say this.
I bet it's something with fucking John Travolta or something. You know?
Lion King, the
Are you
first one.
fucking serious?
A cartoon, I
You know
loved
what? I
it.
actually cried at that. I'm not gonna
I
lie to you.
loved it. You know, the first one.
But I was a kid then, guys. So
Yeah,
I went
it come to
injection.
me. It just come to me. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
That film, the first one,
Yeah.
like the new ones that come out. When I watched that at cinema when I was a kid.
Yeah.
That is magical. You know what I mean?
Name me one person that's been your inspiration in the UK.
One person, 100%. It comes to Sukhshinder Shinda, the music producer and a singer. He's a phenomenal person. Like, I was lucky to tour the world with him and spend time with him and learn from him. I learned my bag, everything from him. When I come on, like, my transformation into Sikhi, he was a big figure for me. Very inspirational, very good person. Really, really good person. I mean, most people know him. He's a good person, but genuinely, like, such a, being around these sort of people, it changed I think, you have your trajectory of life. Had I been with somebody else, I would have gone somewhere else, and it's all meant to be everything. But he was a key figure which helped me kind of springboard into a different life, because he's very spiritual as
I
well.
met him. I think you guys introduced me to him. I think it was
We did
at
shows.
that,
You used to do the show security at shows
yeah.
back in the day when we used to
You
do them.
introduced me. First time I shook his hand was I think it was it Aman Hair's wedding? I think it was.
Oh yeah, no,
And then I was gonna smash up that Gita Zeldar at the back. Do you know that?
yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. It was yeah. You met him then,
Yeah.
and we met him a few times after again. But he's genuinely, put the artist to the side. He's a really, really good human being. What's your favorite film then?
My favorite movie, or English or Punjabi? Actually, I'll give you both.
Both.
Okay, so I spoke about this the other day because some lads came down and they were with me for a couple of days. They want to do a documentary, yeah. So they asked me this question, and I said my favorite English movie from all times. I don't know if you've ever heard of this. It's a movie called Tremors.
Oh yeah,
Kevin Bacon in it, yeah.
The snakes come out the ground.
Graboids, yeah. But I must have seen that movie about 100 times. I'm not lying.
Tremors.
Guys, Google it. Tremors.
That
It's
is
a
a
sick
scary
movie,
one.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a scary.
It's actually, they spent a lot of like money and it weren't no like fakey shit there for considering how old it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was my favorite English. And then Indian one, Punjabi, or even Hindi, was Vastav. You remember Vastav?
Yeah, so that was a good
Vastav, for those of you that don't know, was a movie,
gangster film.
Gangster movie, proper gangster movie.
Wicked film.
But it was the first of its kind to come out. It was so bad, boy. Like, this guy was he had a little trolley thing where he was serving food from, and he persuaded his own man to get him that. He goes, I want to make something of myself. And they started making money, and then this guy come down who ordered food, refused to pay, started smashing up his mate, and it turned out they ended up killing him, yeah. And he turned out he was some big gangster brother or something like that, yeah. And they ended up going on the run, and then from on the run they started doing hits, and they become the biggest gangsters in India. That was a different movie.
Wicked film.
That was a sick.
Yeah.
Faster 2 was a
what
bit
about
shit.
music wise?
Music, English I don't have any. Well,
Yeah.
I was always into the reggae kind of music back in the days, but I never had the one person that I would say that I used to listen to that I liked. I did like a bit of what's that guy? I don't know. I found out he was gay. Michael George, I think it is. George Michael.
George Michael.
I used to like his music. Then I found out he's gay. I was like, nah, bro. Why? Punjabi music, all-time favorite would have to be Kuldeep Manik.
Oh, Kuldeep Manik. Yeah.
Even Muhammad Sadiq. Actually, no, Chamkila, bro.
Chamkila, you like Chamkila, yeah.
Chamkila, definitely.
I used to listen to you as well, yeah.
Definitely Chamkila, yeah. And then nowadays, I would say my all-time favorite nowadays is probably, when it comes to rapping, it'd have to be Naseeb.
Yeah.
When it comes to Punjabi music singing, generally, JK.
Yeah, JK is
his voice is sick.
He's sick. He's brilliant. He's trained by the Don. He's trained by the Don.
Level, mate.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, I done a video with him, yeah, a few years back.
Very good singer.
And I was so hyped about that, yeah. I was so hyped, and I didn't show it.
JK on the mic.
JK, if you're watching, yeah, I didn't show it to him. You know what I mean? And when I found out, I think they contacted you, didn't they?
Yeah.
Regarding the thing.
JK did the video, didn't
yeah, and I think we negotiated a price or whatever. And bro, despite all of that, I still didn't take no money off him because I was like, you know what?
Now he's
For
a
me,
wicked guy
the
as well.
money is nothing.
Yeah.
It's just like being able to work with my brother. And
Yeah.
I even said to him, I said, bro, next time in the future, if I ever need you, you can sing at one of my functions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But solid.
He's the
solid
busiest
fucking-
guy on the road
you
for
see,
the shows. Yeah.
Why doesn't he? You don't get enough albums out though. He's doing a lot of
Busy touring,
shows,
innit?
isn't it?
Yeah,
Is that what
he's
it is?
busy
His
touring
voice
a
is
lot.
sick, bro.
He is sick. He's one of
on a
the
different
probably the
level.
most talented UK
There's another guy
singer.
called Jas Nandra. Have you heard of him?
I've heard of him. Yeah, he's from
He's
London,
good,
isn't it?
Yeah,
He's good. He's doing well.
He's one of my boys. Fucking bro. The
Yeah,
guy's
yeah.
voice is on a different level.
Yeah. There's a lot of young lads doing good.
There are a lot of
And they're
guys with different
preserving
voices.
Punjabi. They're
Yes,
preserving it.
100%. Even look at Benny, our friend
Yeah,
Benny.
yeah. Benny's
So
a man.
Benny's a mutual friend of ours. But this guy,
Yes. Blade.
did he ever think he was going to go into music, bro?
Nah, he's a kabaddi player, but
Kabaddi player turned into a
very
music
good.
star.
He's done amazing. You know, he's had a very, very good,
But
successful
he
career in
actually
music.
made it cool
Yeah.
to be a singer, and go in prison and be a gangster.
Yeah, 100%.
He made it into a cool thing.
We talk about pain. I talk to Benny. He's seen the most pain, and he's
Yeah.
it's very inspirational. You know, when you speak to him,
Mhm.
definitely you're gonna get him on here soon, ain't you?
I don't
He's
want
a
to talk
busy.
too much about his personal life because obviously I know
He won't mind. I talked to him about
Yeah.
all the stuff. He had a good laugh with him. We did one with him, innit?
you know, his people just want to see Tamasha, though, innit?
Yeah,
They
no,
wanna-
but he's
they
not the
wanna
type.
see.
He's got a
Yeah.
strong shoulders on him, which he could take anything. You know what I mean?
Mm.
He's a funny guy as well. Benny is a
Very
funny
strong.
guy.
Very strong, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Very strong. You know when we
Kabaddi
went
player,
to
I mean,
India, you know,
Raju and Benny is a legend.
you
Man.
know what we done when we went there? We done a road trip thing, yeah, and I had a camcorder then, and we used to do credit card frauds and whatnot. So I couldn't afford a camcorder, so we ended up getting it on a credit card scam, right? And took the camcorder with us to India. And what we were doing is at that time there was an earthquake. I think it was somewhere close to India. I don't know where it was. Yeah. Yeah. No. So what happened is we started talking about it. We thought, you know what? Let's just start doing random interviews. We were stopping people on the streets, going to restaurants, and we would say, Paji, we're doing an interview for London media and all this shit. Yeah. How would
Punjab
you?
TV.
Well, he was doing the interviews. He was
Benny
asking
was.
them, yeah, he
Benny's very
had a
active.
mic pretending to be like proper asking them serious questions. And these guys were giving serious answers, bro. And then we jump in the car and we start fucking laughing again.
Everyone. We
too
had
funny,
good
man.
times. These guys, amazing people,
I
man.
tried wrestling in there once
Oh yeah.
on the
forget
side
that.
next to one of the. We stopped on the main road and it was a farm there, yeah.
Mm.
And I remember there was a guy selling watermelons and whatnot, right?
Which country was it?
India,
Oh, in India.
Punjab.
Oh,
And
Punjab.
we
Yeah.
stopped. And we started fucking wrestling. But the guy, I could not
Nah,
touch him.
he's very strong guy.
He's so. I tried to lift him up, but I couldn't even
Yeah.
lift the guy up.
Yeah, 100%.
He's when I say, you know, people they're heavy boned.
They're
I didn't
trained
know
kabaddi
that
players.
was possible until I actually met him.
Cole,
very heavy
Armo, Benny,
Yeah,
Raju, trained
all of them.
kabaddi players. They were basically athletes. You know, they're athletes.
But even Cole, when I went to his house the other day, Cole's a friend of ours from Erith.
Yeah.
His son, when I went to see him when he was first born, he was showing me it was his second child, and then he was telling me the first child what he used to do. He used to get him to do press ups and everything. He used to
Yeah.
hold his legs up, and he used to make him just do all that running.
Yeah.
Plus, he's literally his kids.
They're gladiators, man. They're gladiators, aren't they? They're
But
gladiators.
that's the best way. You know what it is? The younger generation now is going downhill, bro. And you know who I blame the most is the parents.
Yeah.
They're not putting their kids in sports. They just
Yeah.
want to see them just chilling out. They're like, oh yeah, let's go out for meals and let's do this. And if they've got daughters buying them this and that. Look at these kids nowadays, bro. They're fucking doing smoking vapes and doing edibles in schools nowadays. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Schools
It's
are
fucking
just
ridiculous,
out of
bro.
control. It's out of
It's out
control.
of control. And you know what? No disrespect to the Afghan Sikh community, but they are the ones that are solely responsible for the vapes that are being distributed towards the young kids.
Are they?
Yeah, 100 million % in West London here.
Yeah.
Definitely, they're the
Yeah.
ones, and we've closed a few businesses down because of that. And these guys, what they do is the thing is when you go and stick it on them, they start jumping up and down. So what we do is we'll just send people down to go and pay them a little visit at home. And they'll pay them a visit a couple of times. We won't say anything why they're being paid a visit, and then third, fourth time, then we'll say, okay.
So illegal vapes and stuff, is it? Or legal stuff?
No, vapes illegal. But then now they made the disposable ones illegal. I don't know why. It's fucking stupid because of
But
the.
they all, I mean, they're worse than fags.
Yeah.
I don't know enough about them.
But the thing is, they don't smell as well. So even edibles,
You see
all
loads
the
of
kids
people,
around here,
Yeah.
bruv, they're all on edibles because they're like normal sweets and they have them in their pocket.
Yeah.
And they'll take them to school. And the schools have got no ways of testing them. I've been doing mentoring now for the last 3 or 4 years at schools, different schools, and I go and sit there with kids. I don't get paid for this. I go and see about 50 kids every single week, and I do mentoring with them. Yeah. On Thursdays, my Thursdays is just for them, and I go to all the schools and I do an hour with them. I'll sit with them. At one school, I had about 50 students in one class. Yeah, and we were talking to them, and I was telling them about prison. And talking to them what you think you're bad, why you got your shirt hanging out like that, why isn't your tie done properly, what you think you're a gangster, do you think this is the bad boy look is gonna make you become popular? One guy, he was a sing, he become a munna, kept dreads, and I go, why? And his reason was because women, women are not attracted to him. I go, you seriously getting away from your faith over pum pum? Like, really, bro? You understand? This shows, like, you can imagine the future of our children is gonna be like this, bro. If we don't control them.
Yeah, and to be honest, that's why. That's like even this what we're doing now. While we're talking about it, what we gotta do is if we don't do it, like if you don't do this podcast now, we got a podcast. If we don't do it, we could just stop. Say, forget it. Let's not talk about it. Just make sure I would say to you, do more podcasts. Keep talking about stuff. It doesn't matter if we get one viewer, 1,000. It doesn't matter about numbers. We're not doing this for that reason. Get this message out there. Then this is the right way of thinking. What you're saying, 100%. That's the right way of thinking. All this stuff, especially look when it comes to people going down these wrong routes, vaping and all these influences. Bloody hell, how are we going to control this? We're up against it, and these sort of efforts are the only things you can do.
You know
what I mean?
Drugs do fuck you up in more ways.
100%.
So let me give an example. Back in the days, heroin, crack was the worst drugs to get into.
Yeah,
I've seen it. I've experienced it with family members. I've seen what it can do. Then cocaine come into the scene. That become a party drug. What people started doing is they started abusing that so badly. And with me personally, I dislike anybody that is on the coke. I don't like it.
Yeah, of
because
course.
I've seen with my own eyes these people, they become snakes. They become paranoid. Yeah, they try to be something that they're not. I know people that take coke and they're chilled. Yeah, they'll take it and they'll become chilled, and
They're
it's
all
solid
mashed
Bundy.
up, man.
And then you've got Bundy that will start taking, and you think, bruv, if you hadn't done that line,
the problem is with drugs.
Begging you, touching my feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, problem with any drug is when you're on the drug, you're on a 10. You're on a level 10. So you're on a high. And then when Monday comes, you're going back into your work and everything else. You're going to come down to a 4 or a 5 or a 6. Yeah, probably even lower. So straight away, you're looking forward to the 10, which is coming on Friday or whatever. So you're in a cycle where you're just not in a bad. If you was just in a 7 all your life or an 8, and you're not on anything,
you'd be fine,
or you go down to a 3, but you can get back up to a 7 without anything. That's what it's about. What's the most key thing is.
I would say to get to that level, in my eyes, combat sports is the best.
Yeah, 100%.
MMA, boxing. If you got your kids on that, whether you got girls, whether you got boys, get them into sports. Even if they're 6, 7 years old, get them in there. And I'm telling you, you will see their lives changing. You will see their friends that they will gain won't be your normal guys that are smoking shit in the school toilets.
100%.
They're gonna be people that are on the fitness game. That's the type of friends that these kids of yours are gonna make. Do you understand? Instead of
they care about their body, basically.
People that care about their bodies, 100%.
Diets. They started doing. They're into diets now. Like kids are. The kids who are on the right path.
Yeah.
They look into like their diets and so social media can actually help them because they see like sugar isn't good for you, all this sort of stuff. So you're 100% put the effort in. If the parents put an real effort in, just find a good coach and a good club and just drop your kids off in there, pay the $1, walk away. Watch what happens. It's like a plant. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Should we wrap it up? We were supposed to wrap it up 20 minutes ago.
Amazing. I gotta go busking.
We carry on for hours, bro.
me and Rocky gotta go busking now, Trafalgar Square.
Yeah, let's go.
Put his toppy down.
50-50. I'll do the tabla.
I used
to play the tabla when I was young.
Did you?
Yeah.
Right. Band. That's it. Rocky, wrote it down. We got a new band member.
All right, bro. Before we go, is there anything that you want to say to the youth, the public?
I mean, there's nothing really to say. We're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep saying it. You might not listen to a message if I say it to them. So we're gonna keep saying it. We're gonna keep doing our music. If you do come across any of our music, try to listen to it. It means something. It's not. We're not just singing like all the other
Mm.
stuff that's out there just to get. We're not. This ain't a career for us. This is like I was saying. This is a soul. This is true. Just try and understand what we're singing about, and it might unlock something in your head. That's the aim anyway. But that's it really.
And how do you think today's interview went?
Oh, this was sick. This is a really, you know what? I was saying to Rocky just over there, I was saying this is a brilliant podcast because what it's about is we're just normal. We're not,
We just
they
kept
say
it
there's
real.
nothing stage or if we just come, we've been sitting there with the guitar before you came. It's really good for me to do it because
Mm.
I want people to see this side of you as well. You know what I mean? There's different elements to it.
It's been
And-
free flow the whole time. We ain't sat
Yeah.
here with pen and paper going over
No,
what
no,
we're
no.
going to talk. This is literally
Yeah.
just
Get Benny on now.
bare
Get
shit.
Benny Dallywan on now. That's it.
Yeah,
And
get Benny
JK.
on it. No, JK.
I'll
won't
get
come. I don't think-
JK.
You get JK on.
Yeah,
wanna get
JK to go there.
Chalo, TK. All right, my bro. Wicked.
Yes.
Nice
yes,
meeting you,
sir.
my brother.
Respect,
Take-
brother. Thanks, guys.